Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hope you guys are well this morning. Let me check something out. Make sure that I'm on the yes, I am. I'm on the right mic. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on? Platinum Alkaline Water in the building. Stay connected. Ernie V. What's going on? Kamal Oz. What's happening, man? Hey, say Jermel Charlo needs to block all this Terence Twitter fingers Crawford drama and trash talking from his mind. He needs to be 100% for Canelo for non-international boxing. Man, dude, dude. How long is this nigga gonna talk about this win? God dog, for somebody that didn't need a fight, God dog, how many more big fish memes you gonna put out there, bro? God dog. Okay. Boxing fans talking about it is one thing. Dang, you won the fight already, man. What the hell? I do like that he keeps talking, though. Seriously, though. But he's turned into a full-time shit talker, bro. Like every day. Nonstop. Before he used to disappear. Now somebody got a battery in his back. It's probably like you said, that's those CA people. Asante L, what's going on? He said, what it do, Martin? I'm going to say it again until people wake up. Errol is my dude, and he threw the fight because Bud being juiced and using loaded gloves. Everybody seeing how Errol looked. Look, man, I'm not going to say that, man, because, look, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. I don't have anything that would tell me that his gloves were loaded and he didn't pop dirty. You know, he is dealing with somebody that is dirty in Victor Conti. That is highly funny. But at the same time, you know what I mean? Can't just go run around assuming people are on steroids. Assuming it. Unless they're, it looks like crazy obvious that they are. But, it is what it is, man. There's a lot of juicing going on, man. Anytime the male spins addressing, Crawford is time distracting. Every answer or retort should be 100% focused on the task in hand. Oh, no doubt. I think he is, though. What's going on, though, to Mr. McKinney? Be easy in the building. Jason Fewell. Mr. What's going on, Yisrael? He says, good morning to Fanan and good morning to the chat. Crawford can beat Charlo and Alvarez without a doubt. No, he cannot. He's not beating Canelo Alvarez because he's never going to fight Canelo Alvarez. That's just BS. He's not going to fight Canelo. Like the conversations about Canelo and Charlo and all of that. First of all, Canelo needs Charlo's got to fight on September 30th. That's like clout chasing the fight. Don't nobody even really care either. I'm looking at the numbers. Though people don't really care. People don't really care, bro. People don't really care. I'm telling you, I pay attention to these numbers. People don't really care, bro. They don't really care. That man did not grab a lot of fans. He didn't grab a lot of fans. And Charlo ain't got a lot of fans. And one thing Charlo did say is, look, man, if we're going to make the fight, we're going to get it done very fast. We're not doing all of that stuff. No stipulations. No this, no that, no this, no that. But if he said he wants, he'll take the fight, he'll take the fight. And we'll see. I think it would be silly for him to move back down, though. That's a dangerous thing to go to 168 and come back down to 154. I think that would be silly. Crawford has to go to 168, and I doubt he will fight Canelo. It'll never happen. Because Canelo's definitely not moving up and wait for him. What's nothing? Vlad's dad said nobody cares about Crawford. It's not going to happen in 160 either. Terence Crawford's not fighting Canelo because he has to go to 168. He has to go to 168 to fight Canelo. Yeah, and he's not going to go to 168. He want to go up there, jump up there to 168. He's not going to jump up to 168. If he wants to go to 168, he's going to stay at 154, and he need to fight Boots. I'm telling you, I get a little tired of this. You need to fight Boots. That's your fight right there. I hope Steven Espinosa gets Boots out real fast again. Put him fast. Like Boots got to get back in there fast. Fast. Real fast. What's going on, Mike Biggs Boxing? How you feeling today, man? I don't think Mel should move back to 154 either. No, he shouldn't move back to 154. Fighting 168. Hope if he can beat that dude, he's got a rematch. And then if anything, bro, he can fight at any weight he wants to fight at. He can go to 160 and go and stay up a weight class above 154. There's no need to be at 154 for him. He can fight at 160, and 160 is wide open. He is wide open. No, all the belts are going to be there at 160. It's wide open. And then you can start having people start talking about how he needs to fight Janabek. You know, the guy that they're waiting to start screaming about. Janabek. Janabek. But we got some good things. What's going on, AJ64? Bird 101 in the building. What's going on, man? So look, man, there's a couple things I want to talk about today. But are we going to wait for some people to get in the chat? Respect to Charlo for daring to be great. Yeah. And respect that man for getting that paycheck. I can walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. Congratulations on getting that paycheck. Fanon went in, checked out your boy Andy Cruz. He looking like a man. Boots minus the power. Yeah, dog. That man can fight, man. Andy Cruz's problems, Richard Perez. He is problems. What's going on, Expensive Paper in the building? What's up, man? That man is problems. Absolutely. Now, I don't know about the power. He may be able to pick the power up. That was his first fight. You know? What's going on, Mr. Williams? What's going on, Mr. Williams? If Jermell stays at 168 after beating Canelo, will Jermall end up staying at 160 or beyond? I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with Jermall. Even though his wife is straight crazy, though. I do get that his wife, I understand why he's not fighting. Dealing with that chick, wow, what a headache. She's straight up trying to throw hands with people. And she can't fight. But she want to throw hands. Yeah, Navarrete is going to get murked by he's going to get murked by he's going to get murked by Shakur. He's going to get murked by Shakur. Navarrete is a hype job. I think that dude's a hype job. I don't even think he's that good, honestly. I don't think he's that good. I think he's another one of these dudes who just weight drained down to that dude is a lightweight. That dude is a lightweight that can strip them pounds off and get that. He was fighting at 122. As big as that dude is, man, come on, man. He ain't got no reason fighting at 122. I'm not a big fan of him, man. Really not a big fan of his. I don't think he's very good. I don't think he just doesn't look like he beat Oscar Valdez. I should have known they was throwing Navarrete. They were throwing him to the wolves with that fight. Yeah, I like Subriel Matias. Subriel Matias is a good fighter, man. I like him. I like his activity level. I like all that. Subriel Matias is a good A- fighter. That's my opinion. A real good fighter. Oh Lord. Look at Mark. Look at me. Jeez Louise. Just ridiculous. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I want to see Bootsky back in November. But anyway, we got 200 people. Let me talk about this for a second. All right, first and foremost, Terence Crawford turns full-time ish talker to grow his name. Because that's what he's done. He is on a mission to grow his name and is doing all these interviews. It's like every day another interview is coming out, doing a big press tour after the fight took place. I think that is a very good decision on his behalf. At the same time, though, I got to tell you, the excerpts that are coming out are highly annoying to me. Very, very annoying to me. Very annoying. Because you cannot possibly I don't know who keeps putting him up to putting these fish pictures up. You beat Errol. You beat him. You beat him on July 29th. It's July 17th now. Have some, what do you call it? I think somebody said something about him saying, if you die, you die. If he dies, he dies. Something like that. Ivan Drago, if he dies, he dies. Dog, this is not the Terence Crawford era, Mr. Hayward. No, it is not. He's not a top 5 draw in boxing. So this is not an era. He won a fight. An era is when you do something over an extended period of time. If anybody's era this is a Canelo Alvarez era. If anybody's, it's Canelo Alvarez's. You didn't pass up Canelo. Didn't pass, and honestly, didn't catch up to Gervonta. Didn't catch up with Gervonta. You're behind Gervonta. And you can like it, you can lump it. You're behind Gervonta. Gervonta Davis don't need big press tours. You got a right to talk his ish. How many days you got a right to talk shit, though? Of course you got a right to talk shit. I got a right to be like, dude, when are you going to stop? For real. He's talking shit about Gervonta Davis. Why are you talking about Gervonta Davis and what Gervonta Davis ain't a champ? Devin's the champ. And if he wants to come up here and get some, he can come up and get some. What's that about? How many fighters do you hear calling out? Because that's a call out right there. How many people do you see calling out people 2 weight classes below? Devin Haney's the only other one that I can think of. I'll wait. And I'll wait for you to tell me who does that. Who's calling out people 2 weight classes below? And sound real bitter. And sound real bitter about it. You let me know. I'm very, very, very interested in that. See, I've been calling you Bud fans sore winners for a while, but y'all continue with your sore winning ways. You will not let anybody talk about what happened to Errol Spence without complaining. And I continue to say this. I say this in videos that I do. Why are you guys trying to censor people from wondering if Errol Spence Jr. is all right and what happened with Errol Spence? Why are you guys so offended by that? And when somebody else does it, then you start putting out memes about Errol. I just find it real interesting. But now you got Jermell Charlo's whole fight talking about every 5 seconds. Now, that's not bad for people to be asking the questions. But Jermell Charlo's at 168. What about Boots? What about Boots? Every time somebody wonders what happened to Errol, you make a meme about Errol. Every time. On YouTube, anytime. Well, Errol ain't made no excuses, but his fans keep saying, dude, people are Terence Crawford fans say the same thing. But why would you put out memes about Errol? Because somebody else is asking about it. Sore winners. What's going on? What's sore winners? And that doesn't get you fans. Doesn't get you fans, bro. You know how long it took Manny Pacquiao and how many fights it took Manny Pacquiao to get where Manny Pacquiao was? Think about it. Manny Pacquiao, they wanted Manny Pacquiao to fight Floyd Mayweather Jr. Did you see how many years it took, how many fights it took him to get to the level where he was Floyd? That man had to have had multiple big fights. Multiple big fights. Hold on one second, man, because Cass is supporting the channel today. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank y'all for keeping the lights on. Hold on one second. I appreciate that question too, Warren Steffens. Let me get to it in a second. Hey, real quick in the Cash App, my guy Herbert Johnson, brother. Thank you. Said Also, Fanon Salute. Also, Mike K, John Boy, ECT. Yes, sir, etc., etc. Bro, you're going to need boxing fans if you want to make the money, dog. Just let you know. Just let you know. You know what I mean? Not that you got to be, what's his name? Tim Bradley. Not like you got to be Tim Bradley and apologize for winning. Like Tim Bradley went the opposite way with it. He like apologized for beating Manny Pacquiao. Oh, I'm so sorry that I beat him. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I won't punch I won't hit him so many times next time. Hey, be easy in the building. Thank you, brother, for that support, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you for sponsoring the channel, man. Theodore Mays in the building said with the super sticker. Thank you, Theodore Mays. I got to see what this super sticker says. SA, man, like you're hugging a baby. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Let me get that big time going, man. Thank you. On Super Chat Thursdays. And my guy, Warren Steffen said, hey, thoughts on Tyson fighting Francis and not a boxer? I think that he's terrible. I did a large section of a video about that today. I think that tells you that you judge the character of a champion what they do when they're champion. Not when they do it when they get there. What do they do when they get it? One thing I have to, a thing that I applaud. Even though he didn't have a choice, I'll still applaud it. Even though he didn't have a choice, I'll still applaud it. That Devin Haney defended the undisputed title twice. Twice. And he did one of them, he did against Lomachenko. My hat goes off to him. Even though I knew he signed up for it, he had to agree to that before he got the shot, which is different than Tyson Fury. But Tyson Fury, when he got that belt, didn't want to rematch Deontay Wilder again. Wanted to get out of his rematch clause. That shows you what kind of person Tyson Fury is. When Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko for Vladimir Klitschko's fights, he didn't rematch Vladimir Klitschko again. That shows you, and he never defended it. Now you have him become the champion. He was forced to defend it against Deontay Wilder. Then he was forced to defend it against Dillian White. And then he refuses to unify with Alexander Usyk and won't even fight a regular boxer. What happens to you when you become the champion? That's what I think of him. I think that he is not a good champion. Not a good champion. You can say the same thing about Terence Crawford. Since I got all these Terence Crawford people calling me haters, might as well go there, huh? Since I can't say shit good about him that you can hear, let me tell you this. He never defended his undisputed title at 140. He left Sergey Lipinets in the wind. Though Sergey Lipinets was promised a shot at the undisputed title. He just left Sergey Lipinets alone. Just left him. So he was the undisputed champion in that division, but he never defended it. He never walked in as an undisputed champion. If he drops the belts now, he'll never have actually walked in the ring an undisputed champion. Devin Haney walked into the ring as an undisputed champion 2 times and successfully defended that 2 times. So I think that's why I'm saying I don't know what all this talk is about Gervonta. I'll stay there for Gervonta. Well, why don't you stay there for Boots? Why don't you stay there for Boots? Boots got a better chance against you than Gervonta does. Boots probably got a better chance against him than Jermell Charlo does. What about Jaron Ennis? You guys want to keep his name just muffled. He's clearly the second best guy, at least the second best guy at 147 pounds. And he's better than everybody at 154, and everybody at 140, and everybody at 160. That man may be better than everybody at 160, everybody at 154, everybody at 147, and everybody at 140. But you guys just want to act like he's not around. Like, yeah, I've earned the right to do what I want. That's lose-lose for me. What kind of champion shit is that to say? Oh, that's lose-lose for me. But I'll fight Gervonta because, oh, that's big money. I thought your legacy was set. Your legacy's set. Now it's money. Just like all of the sudden, after he gets with the PBC, all of a sudden he understands what people were saying. And to the people that want to parse words, when I said that the guarantee was not important and it's a waste of time, he doesn't even need it, I also said that he didn't need transparency because he didn't need to ask for it because he already has it. What he wanted was approval. And since you dumbasses didn't know about not needing the guarantee part of it, don't keep running your mouth about the transparency part of it because you don't understand that either. And since you didn't understand the first part, and I did, you don't get to talk to me about the second part, which you still do not understand, you dumbasses. You dumbasses. And I'm calling you dumbasses. Not because you're not intelligent, you're just uninformed and dumb. My guy, LR. What's up, man? Super Chat Thursdays. Yes, sir. Thank you for the support, bro. Thank you for the support, brother. Jeffrey Broke said, Tank equals another big money fight, Mr. Fanon. No, it does not equal another big money fight for him. No, it does not. Absolutely wrong. It does not equal a big money fight for him. It doesn't. Bud Crawford adopted the Thurman philosophy. Man, they all waited Errol out. No, it is not the biggest money fight for him, though. It is not. Okay? It is not. And I will challenge anybody on that. It is not the biggest money fight for him. It's not a big money fight for him either. It is not a big money fight for him. There's plenty of reward, BK Chiefs. Plenty of reward. Plenty of reward. He'll get millions of dollars for that. He's not going to have to fight that man for free. You guys out here full of crap. You do not have to fight that man for free. You do not have to fight that man for free. He's going to make millions and millions of dollars fighting that kid. Millions and millions of dollars for fighting that kid. It's not big money. He gets millions of dollars fighting him. No, it's nothing low reward about it. Stop lying. It's high risk, high reward. It's high risk, high reward. I don't know what you think is going on with Bud. That dude got that money for fighting Errol. He got that money for fighting Errol. There's no other Errols there. What other Errol is there around him that he can fight? None. Nobody, none of them. None of them. None of them. None of them. There's none of them. No big money fights around him. None. You cannot name one. You can't name one big money fight around him. Exactly. That's not his big. That's not his new pay scale. That is not his new pay scale. Carlos in the building. El Chino, baby. Thank you. Much love in that Cash App, brother. Thank you for that support. Nah, bro. That's not his new pay scale. That's not his new pay scale. And by the way, it didn't even excel. It didn't even excel. Steven Espinoza said those numbers did what we expected them to do. Do you know what that means? They knew Terence Crawford wasn't a draw. They knew he wasn't a draw. And they said, even though they knew he was not a draw, we think that this is what's going to happen in the fight. We think it's going to do around this. And he said it landed right around what we thought it would, which means that Terence Crawford is exactly what they thought he was. It's not. No, it's hard. No, it's not hard to believe at all because Tank is a major draw. And Ryan Garcia has a big fan base. Errol Spence Jr. is a major draw. And Terence Crawford doesn't have a big fan base. And Terence Crawford doesn't have a big fan base. Go look at videos that are being done with the name Terence Crawford on them. And go look at the ones talking about Errol Spence. He's getting a lot of promotion. He's not a draw. If he was we'll see if he's a draw in his next fight. Just like I told you, Tyson Fury's not a draw. Tyson Fury had a big fight with Deontay Wilder because he fought Deontay Wilder. That was a big event. A draw is when you pull people in there by yourself. Yeah, there you go. He sold out in Omaha. Go back, fight out there in Omaha. He's not a draw now, unless you can show me what tickets he sold without Errol Spence. Let me know what tickets he sold without Errol Spence. You're an idiot. That's in the UK. That's in the UK. He sold 90,000 seats in the UK. He did that before in the UK. That's the UK. So what? Man, you guys are Duclair, you guys are fucking idiots. If you guys are really meaning this, you guys are fucking idiots. And I mean that very, very impolitely. I mean that very, very impolitely. Robert Easter Jr. sold 10,000 seats in Toledo, Ohio. Is he a draw? Shakur Stevenson, and by the way, 18,000, I don't know. Go keep fighting in Omaha, Nebraska then. Go ahead and keep fighting in Omaha, Nebraska. He sold out in Omaha. Dude, he's not a big. Let's stop that, okay? Let's stop that. But anyway, back to me telling you exactly what the truth is. No, that is not the whole two black fighters can't make a. No, it is not. They did 650. It is 750,000 pay-per-views. Roughly 700,000 pay-per-views. I don't want to know how I can keep explaining to you guys the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. I explain to you guys the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And it is almost never off. Tyson Fury is not a draw in the United States. He is not. That's why he's not come back. Monster in thank you, in my opinion. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know. A fighter that has a country backing them is a big draw. No. No. No, 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 no. Not in the United States. You know who's a big draw? People that make a lot of money, whose fights make a lot of money. Monster Inoue's got a lot of fans over there in Japan. He comes into the United States, he's fighting in a little ballroom. We're talking about the money, and the money is in the United States. You guys can talk to you purple in the face. Here's the link. The money is in the United States of America. And you guys can keep pretending all you want. I'm sure that they're going to say that Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois are going to sell a lot of tickets in Poland. I'm sure they're going to fill the place up in Poland. Just like Vladimir Klitschko, who they tried to push in the United States, went over to Germany, and that's where he finished his career in Germany. But regardless, we're talking about the United States because Terence Crawford's from the United States. I love that he's trying to grow his name and he keeps giving these interviews and he keeps talking. I do love that he's doing that. And I do think that is absolutely positively going to help. But dude, but Gervonta Davis doesn't even really need it. That's just a fact. And I'm sorry that that you don't like it. Come on, Oz, what's up?
Hey, Fanon, you're speaking the truth this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you, my Irish brother.
I don't know what you're thinking. I got my Lucky Charms. No, you're 100% right, bro. I mean, I don't know if you recall, one of my favorite fighters, there was a lot of hype for this fight. It was before there was YouTube boxing. I was sports talk radio do you remember when Winky Wright fought Felix Tito Trinidad?
Do I remember when Winky Wright fought Felix Trinidad? Yes, I do.
Do you remember the amount of hype that was on there? And it wasn't YouTube boxing because I used to listen to sports talk radio. There was no really YouTube at that time. Do you remember how they went on the interview circuit and that fight was promoted really clearly by everyone?
Now, I don't remember that well. At that time, I was a little not quite into that. But
okay, well, I was a big time hardcore fan, and I'll tell you, Tito Trinidad.
I'm a hardcore fan. I just wasn't paying attention to the media because they got on my nerves so damn much.
Well, I used to listen to sports talk radio religiously at that time. So anyway, Tito Trinidad was bigger than Errol Spence. His brand was bigger. He sold a lot of tickets. And Winky Wright went in there, one of my favorite fighters of all time, and dominated him. Did Winky Wright become a big draw after he put on a master clinic against Felix Tito Trinidad?
Nope.
Same thing with Crawford. People are conflating being number one pound for pound, getting on the interview circuit. Again, I've said this before, with being some big commercial draw. Correct me if I'm wrong, Fanon. Are Callum Smith and Liam Vegan Smith, are those guys big names in America? When Liam Smith fought, what is his name? Who's that guy that Golden Boy has? Mungia. When Liam Smith fought Mungia, was Mungia the A side, or was Liam Vegan Smith the guy who fought Canelo? Was he the A side?
That would be Mungia.
Exactly, man. The fact is, and this is something that Crawford's got to be careful with, he was only relevant. There was only demand for him after that one-off at Black Planet with Errol Spence. No one else was interested in his fights. What did Eddie Hearn say? He said, we'd love to sign him, but we got nobody for him. Top Rank let him go. And so Errol gave away all of his A-side benefits and really went against all the advice that he was given to make that fight happen. He was eager to make that fight happen. And so what I'm sensing in Crawford's public comments is that he is conflating his newfound pay-per-view status being undisputed and thinking that everybody's going to negotiate as poorly as Errol Spence did. Poorly from Spence's perspective, great from Crawford's perspective, because Spence was a terrible poker player. He revealed his cards, and he didn't walk away when the time was right. So when Crawford's even mentioning fighting Canelo at 160, I mean, you heard Canelo answer. I mean, basically Canelo said, that fight makes 0 sense. I can't make 160 anymore. Tank Davis going to 147. Tank Davis is the A side. He is the face of boxing. No way in hell he's going to 147, let alone for Crawford. So you cannot get delusional or maintain your delusionality if you're Crawford. Not everybody's going to treat you like Errol Spence, treat you as well as Errol Spence did. So I just got to say, man, enjoy the victory. Nothing wrong with taking the victory laps. I 100% support that. But the fact is, PBC has to agree to broadcast your fights. They're not going to allow you to have these showcase fights that you feasted on with Top Rank while Errol was doing all the heavy lifting and fighting tough fight after tough fight after tough fight. So they're going to have to approve the opponents. And the sanctioning bodies, the IBF, is going through mandating mandatories right now. Subriel Matias may not even fight Sergey Lipinets because he's got to fight this dangerous guy from Uzbekistan, Ershaganov, who a lot of people are pretty high on. So I just got to say to the people, man, you can't conflate commercial value. It's not synonymous with being pound for pound number one, period. Fanon is 100% right. These fights that you guys are talking about are fantasy fights. And I personally think Jermell Charlo is not handling the media part of this Canelo thing in the right way. He doesn't need to be talking at all about Crawford. His answers need to be, I got a monumental task ahead of me. I'm 100% focused on Canelo Alvarez because he could get knocked out. He could lose a widespread decision at 168. He's 14 pounds north of where he's fought throughout his whole career. And that could change the trajectory of his career, of his next fight, period. He could also win. Or it could be a classic to where the public is demanding some rematch. So that Crawford fight at this point, it's out there, but it's almost in the fantasy land because we don't know what's going to happen with Canelo. People just need to keep the right perspective. And when you tell me, Fanon, when these people tell me that Boots is not a big money fight, Errol could have said that to y'all. Because Errol could have fought Thurman and Showtime was going to put up a hell of a lot of money for that fight. Errol was so laser focused on being undisputed that he potentially made the Canelo fight, which was going to happen if he had maintained his undefeated record. That may not be viable now, Fanon. Let me ask you this. Would Errol Spence and Canelo generate more money and more interest than Errol Spence and Crawford, in your opinion?
I mean, it would have if Errol had won the fight, but I'm not going to say now
that I'm not saying won the fight. If I'm saying, let's say that Errol had said, "Hey, look, I'm not going to fight Crawford at 147."
Dude, if Errol comes back and wins if Errol did this, if Errol did not fight Terence Crawford and he went out and he fought somebody else and he knocked him out. And then he went to somebody else at 154. If he knocked somebody out at 154, and then he fought a second guy and he knocked him out at 154. And then he moved up to 160 and he knocked somebody else out at 160. Then that fight between Errol and Canelo would be bigger than Errol and Terence. Yes,
exactly. So let's
be bigger because Errol has more fans than Terence Crawford has. That's
exactly. That's just a fact. So you can't tell me about 15,000 in Omaha, Nebraska when there's nothing to do all year long. When's the last time Nebraska's been good in football? Since Tom Osborne in the late 90s. You guys are using anecdotal evidence to try to make arguments, and they're facetious, basically. So Spence was so giving in negotiations. That doesn't mean that all these other guys who are A-sides are going to be like Errol. And then they see how Errol was treated, even less so. So Canelo basically said that fight doesn't make any sense. He needs to stay in his division. And Steven Espinoza said that. Now, in with this, Fanon, I don't know if you caught in the Steven Espinoza interview where he said Boots versus Crawford would be a big fight, and it would be a fight that we're interested in. We're as in Showtime. He was insinuating, for you guys that have no common sense, that Showtime made an early and smart investment in Jaron Boots Ennis. They would make it financially worth Crawford's while to make that Boots versus Crawford fight. Steven Espinoza said, I don't know what he's going to do. Is he just going to wait around for, if the Spence fight doesn't happen immediately, he's just going to wait around for Charlo? Meaning, we're not going to pay. He's a PBC fighter. Y'all who say he's not a PBC fighter, go to the PBC's website, and Crawford and Canelo are listed currently in their list, a roster of fighters. But Espinoza's attitude is, we're not going to pay for these showcase fights that Top Rank does and Top Rank did for you. And so if the Jaron Boots Ennis fight is out there, Steven Espinoza says, yeah, that's a big fight for us. And he insinuated we'll make the fight. I want to get your comments on that, Fanon. With that, I'm out. Thank you.
All right, man. DK, what's going on, man? DKK said TC was asked, what would he change in the sport of boxing? He said he'd give everyone a shot at a belt. He then proceeded to decline Boots. What's your take on that? My take on that is, look, dude, Not everybody deserves a shot at the belt. That's the problem. There's too many belts. That's the biggest problem. There's too many belts. If there were not so many belts, these guys would have to fight each other. The top guys would have to fight each other. You wouldn't have all these champions. That's the problem, that there is everybody getting a shot at a title. That to me is, I think he just, if he said that, I didn't hear him say that. I think he just pulled that out of his backside, because that's not very well thought out. Absolutely, positively, that's the worst thing that could happen, is that everybody gets a shot at a belt. I think it's the worst thing that could happen. I think they need to have fewer people getting shots at belts and more people fighting in non-title fights all the way up until they get the title. I think I want to see number 1 and number 2 ranked fight. I want fights that are promoted as the number 1 contender and the number 2 contender fighting to become the mandatory. Not named the mandatory. The number 1 and the number 2 are going to fight each other to be the mandatory. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see anymore. I want to get rid of all these belts. All of a sudden, having all of these belts is a good thing when it becomes convenient. Real quick though, hey, what's going on, Mahari Sports Nation? How you feeling, brother? Good. What's up, man?
Man, it's been a minute since I hear from you. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. But you don't have to hear from me. I'm here every day. I got to hear from you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just been busy with work and everything else. So, but today I got some time, a little bit of time to kill. But I do agree with you on this. I do agree that, we just got to get, to me, I think we just need to go back to basically, as you said before, the number 1 and number 2 contenders fighting with one another to become the mandatory. And then the mandatory has to be the one to fight for the championship. I'm just getting tired of the popularity contest that's been going on in boxing. You know what I mean? Because what's happening here is that fighters that have a huge name are getting more opportunities for those big time fights, instead of the contenders that have worked themselves to the mandatory position to get those title shots and those big paydays, and they're getting pushed off to the side. I think boxing needs to do a better job of managing that. And also, more importantly, I got a bit of a gripe with the WBC. They just need to get rid of that franchise status. It just did not make sense when it was introduced, and it hasn't made sense even now, because what is happening here is it's giving other champions the right to duck away their mandatories. And I just think it's just another reason why these sanctioning bodies need to be get rid of, and just do one centralized belt for each division, and also get rid of the other unnecessary divisions too. That would help clean up the sport. What do you think?
I agree 100% with all of that. No, I don't even want to follow it up. I agree 100% with it.
Yes, sir.
I would love to get rid of this I would love if I know it'll never happen, but
right.
I definitely would love to get rid of half of the weight divisions. And I really want to get rid of day before weigh-ins and stick to same day weigh-ins, so people have to fight people their own size.
Exactly.
So we get a lot of the fake shit. We get a lot of the fake shit going.
Go ahead.
I gotta keep it pushing, bro. So just like usually, I just like 1 or 2 comments. But what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say real quick. I do agree that the same day weigh-ins work out better, because I think it would just also help out in terms of making sure that the athlete gets the right amount of weight and the opportunity to rehydrate themselves on the day of the fight. Because I just think that these weigh-ins doing the day before the fight basically encourages fighters from hydrating from unnecessary weight that could probably kill their performance come fight time. That's what I believe. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop my mic there and let somebody else speak. But have a good day, Panache.
Yeah, it's nobody waiting, man. I just want to make sure, because I got to get something that the last Kamal had just asked, so I need to get to that before I forget about it. But hey, bro, thank you for coming on again, man, and come back more often, man.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna be in the chat listening in. All right.
All right, for sure. Get back with you, Mahari. Yeah, that's my guy, Mahari Sports Nation, man. Look, so as far as what Kamal Oz said, look, here's the thing. Yeah, that's multiple parts, bro. You make it difficult because you make up like 5 different points. You need to send me a note, like a bullet-pointed note on it, so I make sure that I can go through all of them. Nathan Norman, click the link, bro. You're timed out till you click the link. Don't nobody want to hear this dumb shit that you guys do with this excuses. What's the excuse for that? For let me go put it this way. So what Kamal Oz said about Steven Espinoza is the one that I thought was the most, like, that's the part that I wanted to hit on. Steven Espinoza, if I could make Steven Espinoza do what I want him to do, I would, from Showtime's point of view, give Jaron Ennis no choice. I mean, give Terence Crawford no choice as to who we want him to fight on our network, which is something that he doesn't do from what I can see. I'll tell you who I want you to fight, Terence. I want you to fight Jaron Ennis. I want you to fight with Jaron Ennis. That's what I want. Because that's what he said the best fight is. He said the best fight is Jaron Ennis. That's the best fight for our network. You and Jaron Ennis. The pound-for-pound fight, best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and the best pound-for-pound contender in the world. There is no contender that is pound-for-pound better than Jaron Ennis. None of them. In my opinion, not none of them. Not none of them. Not none of them. And if it is Keith Thurman, okay, Keith Thurman, then Jaron Ennis. If you get past Keith Thurman, which you should, then Jaron Ennis. That's who and I don't want to hear none of this crap. I see what you guys are trying to tell me. Give me your thoughts on this. These are my thoughts on that. Okay? I don't like sneaky questions. All right? I'm just going to tell you, I've had a cup and a half of coffee. I don't like sneaky questions. What do you think about the IBF, but the WBA, or what was it, the WBA or the WBC coming first? I don't care. I could care less. I could care less is what I think about that. The question is, will he fight Jaron Ennis? Will he fight Jaron Ennis? That's what I want to know. Jaron Ennis is the fight that I want to see because I know the outcome of the rest of those fights. What do I think about him fighting Stanionis? I know the outcome of the fight. That's what I think. I already know the outcome of the fight. That's what I think. I think if you try to charge me $89 to watch Terence Crawford fight Stanionis, I will probably pay because I just pay for fights that I watch. But I won't want to pay. I won't want to pay. It'll be my ethics that make me pay $89 for that fight, or $79 for that fight, or $45 for that fight. Because I already know the outcome. That's what I think about it. If he fights Keith Thurman, I already know the outcome of the fight. No, that's a sneaky question. Brilliant boxing. Wasn't a sneaky question. It's just a reality to be prepared for. No, it's a sneaky question. Because that's not a reality to pay to prepare for. I don't have to prepare for any of it. I don't have to prepare for that. For what? What do I need preparation for? How's that going to change what I do day to day? Brilliant boxing. You let me know what I need to prepare for. Why do I need to prepare for that? Why do I need to prepare for him to fight Errol Spence again? Why do I need to prepare for any of that? There's no preparation needed on my part at all. Other than to watch the fight, I need to be in front of a television or a computer screen or my phone and pay for it. Aisha in the Cash App for Super Chat Thursdays. Thank you, sister. That's the only thing I need to prepare for. What you're trying to do is redirect the conversation and make an excuse. I like how y'all say excuses. That's an excuse. Not, so what? I know that's the discussion. I know brilliant boxing. I know we're not getting it. That's why I'm complaining about it. Not getting it because Bud said he won't fight him. Bud said he wouldn't fight him. He didn't say he wouldn't fight him if he's the mandatory. He didn't say he wouldn't fight him after the second one. He said he wouldn't fight him, period. Said he wouldn't fight him, period. Period. Won't fight him. At all. Never. I'm past that, is what he said. And that's in his risk is not my problem. Neither is Errol Spence Jr.'s risk. It's not my problem. Errol Spence Jr. wants to fight Terence Crawford again, and they say, hey, man, well, no, I'm not saying, oh, I don't want to see the fight. No, Errol, don't take the fight because, I think you're going to lose and you may get hurt. So we need to not see that fight. I'm not doing that. You know why? Because it's not my decision. Since it's not my decision, it's not my problem. Those things work together. Things that are my problem are my decision. Things for me to work out. That's not anything for me to work out. I do not care about Terence Crawford's legacy. I don't care about Errol Spence Jr.'s legacy. I don't care about Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s legacy. I don't care about Deontay Wilder's legacy. I don't care about Gervonta Davis's legacy. I don't care about any of those legacy questions because, once again, it's not my problem. Not my problem. You want to talk about smart business, and then people that say similar things will then complain about Gervonta Davis. And, oh, my God, you don't want to see the best fight the best if you don't say Gervonta should fight Crawford. You're standing in the way of the best fights the best. So then if I say I want to see I want to see Terence Crawford fight somebody that I think will dog walk Terence Crawford. I think will dog walk Gervonta Davis. Oh, but that's not smart business decision. You bots. Bunch of bots. Duolingo, how can I help you?
Yo, Fernand, Boots does not.
Excuse me. This is how we always got to start this. How are you doing, man? Have a nice day, man. How are you? Hope your day's well.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Great. So how can I help you?
So you saying Boots deserve a chance at the shot?
Absolutely.
No, we don't.
Yes, he does.
Because Terence Crawford don't have anything to gain by fighting Boots.
Yes, he does. And that's
What?
not a question. Excuse me.
First of all, it's not going to be a pay-per-view fight, number one.
Excuse me. Those are two different things. Two different things you brought up. One is whether or not Jaron Ennis deserves the fight. Yes, he does. He's the IBF mandatory. He's the number one ranked guy. He was the number one ranked guy, top 3 ranked guy in every one of the sanctioning bodies at a point. And he is an undefeated fighter that is 31-0 with 28 knockouts and easily one of the top 2 or 3 welterweights that there are. And Terence Crawford is the undisputed champion at welterweight. So he, by virtue of being that man's mandatory, deserves the fight. That is a different question about what Terence Crawford gets out of it. But if you say he doesn't get anything out of it, that's also not true because he's going to get millions of dollars to fight him.
No, he won't. He won't get millions of dollars because
millions.
That's not a big fight, number one.
None of his fights have ever been big except for the last one. And he got millions for them. He got millions for Amir Khan. He got millions for Sean Porter. He got millions for David Avanesyan. He got millions for Julius Ndungo. He got millions for Hank Lundy. He got millions from all those guys.
Yeah, but all those guys are a bigger draw than Boots.
No, they're not. No, they absolutely
Boots
are not.
has never headlined a fight.
Excuse me. David Avanesyan is a bigger draw than Boots.
Boots has never headlined a fight.
Yes, he has. He just headlined a fight his last fight.
No, he wasn't. He was not the main event in that fight.
He was the main event on a show.
And nobody was even there. It's like 5 people in the stands.
5 people? Now you making shit up.
I was at that fight. There's like 5 people there, bro. They even turned off the camera to hide all that shit.
Now you're lying. You were at the fight and you didn't know Jaron Ennis headlined that card?
There was like 5 people at that fight, bro. Nobody was there supporting them.
No, excuse me, bro. You just said he never headlined a fight, but you were at the fight. And he definitely headlined the Roman Villa fight. But you were there? What city was it in? What city was it in?
Well, I'm not answering that question.
You're not answering that question because you lying. What city was the fight that you were at?
That have nothing to do with.
No, it has everything to do with whether or not you were there. What city was the fight in the last fight that you went with Jaron Ennis? What city was it in?
It was in Philly.
Took you a second, huh? Took you a second, huh? And who did he
Bro,
fight? And who did he fight?
you just said it, bro.
No, who did he fight?
You just said it,
You're
Fernand.
lying. You know you're lying, right? You know everybody know you just lied, right? You didn't know that he was a headliner on a card. Didn't know where the fight was until you Googled it. Won't tell me who he fought. Oh, you just said it. Why are you making shit up, man? Why are you out here making shit up? And
Okay, I just want to know.
Was.
Okay.
Hold on. Stop right quick. Let me double check, make sure we'll see where that fight was. You said it was in Philly, right? Let's go check where this fight was. Boy, you guys just say shit, just be making shit up. It was in Atlantic City. That fight was in Atlantic City.
It's basically the same. Atlantic City is Philly.
Atlantic City and Philadelphia are not the same. Are you from the United States?
No, it's like borderline. They're the same.
No, it's not. They're not even
Camden,
no, they're not.
Camden,
They're not
Philly, Atlantic City. It's the same thing.
No, they're in different states.
I'm from Philly.
New Jersey.
And I'm a Boots fan. And I'm a Boots fan. And he's trash.
Atlantic City, New Jersey.
I'm a Boots fan, and I'm telling you, he don't deserve a chance. And that's from a Boots fan.
Dude, you're not a Boots fan. You're a liar is what you are. And why you jumping up here doing it, I have no clue. How is somebody going to respect you when you just jumping up there lying? And you definitely not from Philly. Why are you
jumping you telling me where I'm from? How do you know I'm not from Philly?
Your accent. Your accent. You got an African accent. That's how I know you're not
even from Africa.
Dude, because your accent.
That's not an African accent.
Jesus Christ, bro. Dude, why are
this is not an African accent, bro.
It's not?
No, think again.
Tank again? Tink again?
Yeah.
Tink again? What accent is it then?
Yes. It's not African, bro.
No, I'm not tinking again. I know you're not from Philadelphia.
I'm from Philly. I was born in Philly.
You're born in Philly? Really? What side?
I was born on Walnut Street. So look it up.
You were born on Walnut Street. Clown, there's a Walnut Street in every city. What's your zip code? What's your area code? What's your area code? What was your area code? You were in Philly? What was your area code?
I don't need you to find where I'm at, bro.
Seriously, bro. Why are you up here lying?
You're dealing with area code now when we're discussing whether Boots deserve a chance or not.
Hold on. You said I'm talking about the area code? The area code? What's the area code? What's your area code? They don't say area code in Philadelphia. Say water for me.
Water.
Say water.
Water.
That's not how they say it in Philly. They say water in Philly. Water. That's how it's pronounced in Philly. Water.
We just said the same thing, bro.
No, you said water. Why are you lying? No, seriously, why are you up here lying, bro? Why are you out here lying?
Up here lying about what? You're the one who's diverted because you just took an L.
You lied about the fact that you went to.
You just took an L and you're trying to divert.
Seriously, why are you out here lying, man? Why are you out here wasting my time lying?
Why don't you just take your L for now?
What L is this, dude? We've not even talked boxing. I caught you lying in the first 30 seconds.
Okay, let me get to the point what I was saying.
You see, you just get to the point of you lying again.
Crawford and Boots is not going to be a big draw.
Before I let you do anything else, how about you just apologize for lying first? I'm sorry I was lying. There's no need for me to do that.
First,
and then when you do that, we can.
I got an African accent, which I don't.
No, okay. You say. I think that African. I think you are an African. That's what I think. But okay, I can't prove you're African, but I can prove you just lied.
What am I lying about?
How about you just apologize for lying, and then we can move on. Because I don't really respect people who just willy-nilly jump up here and tell a bunch of lies.
What did I lie about?
I'm smart enough to catch you in it. I'm gonna catch you in the lie.
You apologize for telling me where I'm from.
No,
Really?
Absolutely not. I didn't say where you're from. I said you're African. That's not where you're from. That's what you are. I said you're African. That's what I think. You sound like you're African. You sound like an African. Whether it's an African in the United States or you're not an
I
African.
don't sound like African.
You're not an African from the UK, because an African from the UK will have a slight hybrid, a hybrid accent, British and African. You'll hear that. You, to me, sound like an African somewhere.
You think that? You're sure about that?
Am I sure about that?
Yeah.
Am I sure about that?
Yeah, you're sure about that?
About that? Now
You sound like African, so
look, clown. Look, clown.
so prove it now.
Enough time on you, clown. Enough time, clown.
Are you the clown? Are you sound like African? So you for prove it
I don't
now.
want to talk about Africa anymore. I want to talk about you lying.
So tell me what I lie about. So tell me what I lie about.
What you lie about?
Yeah.
You lied about from being from Philadelphia. You lied about you going to a Duran Ennis fight in Philadelphia in his last fight, when the fight wasn't in Philadelphia, it was in Atlantic City. You said Atlantic City is just like Philadelphia, and they're not. They're in two different states. They're an interstate apart, nowhere near each other. You got to literally get out of your state and go to another.
Philly is not near Atlantic City?
No, they're not close. No. Atlantic City is close to New York City. No, they're not close. No, unless you think
Philly is not near Camden and Atlantic City.
Philadelphia is not next to Atlantic City. That's next to New York. That's New Jersey. They're different states.
You got Atlantic City.
They're never.
And you go a little bit down and you hit Camden and then you hit Philly.
Dude, you confused Philadelphia for Atlantic City, dude. Shut up. Stop right there. Indianapolis is somewhat close to Chicago. But if you say, oh, the fight was in Chicago, no, it was really in Indianapolis, dog, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Thank you very much. We don't even care. It's not like you said it was a suburb.
It's just like, you know what that's compared to? The medal.
Compared to, let me tell you what this compared to. This is compared to me throwing your ass out. This is compared to me throwing you out. Go away, liar. Go away, my Philadelphia brother. Go away, my Philadelphia brother. Canadian, how can I help you?
How's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Anyway, I think Boots should get the fight, but didn't he get offered it before?
No.
Okay, I'm wrong. But
I can explain argument.
Oh no, I'm just playing a little devil's advocate. I think the best reason he shouldn't get it next.
There was talk about fighting him, but Terence Crawford said he would fight him. And now that they're on the same network, all of a sudden he doesn't want to fight him.
Yeah.
I'm glad you pointed that out, because yes, there were definitely conversations where BLK Prime said that they spoke to each other and they won, and Terence Crawford said, yeah, I'll fight him. And then he talked to Showtime. They talked to Showtime. Showtime said, okay, well, this is what we need to do to make the fight. And Terence Crawford claimed that, yeah, he said he was willing to fight Boots. Now that he is the undisputed champion, though, now all of a sudden that they're over there at Showtime together, he doesn't want to fight him. He doesn't need to fight him. He's already done too much. So when the fight is literally on the plate from Showtime, because they're both over there, now he doesn't want it. But when it was rumors about it and behind the scene conversations, then he said he was open to it. But no, he did not. He didn't offer it, and Terence Crawford and Duran turned it down. But go ahead.
Yeah, probably the best argument is is the IBF next as far as calling mandatories?
Is the IBF next? I don't know what's next, but that's irrelevant to me, because he can fight him as a voluntary.
Yeah,
he's not been ordered to fight anybody. If they sign and take him as a voluntary, he can take him as a voluntary. There's nothing saying that he has to take him as a mandatory. The question about whether or not he's the mandatory goes to the question about whether or not Duran Ennis deserves the fight. He does deserve the fight because he is the mandatory. But that's not the only way that he can get the fight. Terence Crawford can fight him as a voluntary.
Nah, he deserves the fight. Just arguing to say if he wouldn't get it next. The only other good argument is Terence Crawford has proven that enough, and he can take whatever fight he wants at this point, whether he traces Canelo or whoever. That's the other only good argument.
Yeah, but I don't see it. I would say that's not a good argument because, I mean, Tyson Fury is proven, so he gets to fight Francis Ngannou now.
Not really. He ain't.
Yeah, sure he is.
But he ain't. He's not undisputed. He beat Wilder. He didn't beat other top guys in the division. If he fought Usyk, then it wouldn't have any issues.
He is literally held at one point or another every belt in the heavyweight division.
He never defended any of those other belts.
Yes, he did.
He was ordered to fight him.
No,
he was ordered to fight a rematch against Klitschko when he retired.
Dude, he defended the WBC belt.
No, he did defend that one.
He did defend.
He didn't defend the rest of those. I think Boots should get the fight.
Dude, doesn't matter. Tyson Fury is most definitely going to the Hall of Fame, and he's definitely beaten two fighters on the level of that were on the level and historically speaking as good as any win that Terence Crawford has had for Tyson Fury.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
If Tyson Fury says that he wants to fight Francis Ngannou is not even an F level fighter. Not even an F level fighter. He should not. That is not good for boxing. That is not something you should be able to do, in my opinion. So if other people went, at what point in time have you proven yourself? That is a very slippery slope to say that you've now proven yourself, and now you don't. Now all of a sudden you can keep this title. You have all 4 belts, and now you just get to do whatever you want. Like mandatory.
No, I mean he proved himself enough at that weight. He should fight Boots, but if he does go up, just drop the belt.
If he drops the belt,
it would be a duck. But
if he drops the belt, then cool. If he drops the belt and moves up in weight, cool. But still, it doesn't matter who
one or the other.
Boxing. You still have the ability. The job of a champion is to defend his championship. The job of a champion isn't to win the championship because you weren't the champion until you won. Now that you won, your job is to defend. And that's the case of everybody. Muhammad Ali had to fight all these young dudes. Muhammad Ali had to fight all the young killers that came up behind him. He didn't get to say, oh, I've already beaten Archie Moore. I've already beaten Sonny Liston twice. I've already beaten Floyd Patterson twice. I've already beaten Joe Frazier. He still had to fight. He still had to fight Ken Norton. He still had to fight He still had to fight George Foreman. He still had to fight what's that big killer's name, man? The dude, what's that big killer's name? Ernie Shavers. Ernie Shavers. He still had to fight Ali. He fought Larry Holmes. He had to fight he fought all these guys. And his legacy was far more set than Terence Crawford. So why does Terence Crawford get to do something Ali didn't get to do?
No, I agree with you. I just thought I'd come up here and give a shot at it. He should fight Boots next. But I think this is an issue with modern boxing, especially since the Mayweather era.
Nah, I don't blame Floyd. Floyd fought guys.
No, he did, but people wanted to fight Margarito. Oh, look what these other guys did to him. He couldn't beat me. Same with Costa Zoo. It's the mentality I think he brought. He was an all-time great.
Watch this. Let's go through the number of people that he did fight. Let's go through the numbers of the people that he did fight. He did fight Jernera Hernandez straight out the gate.
He's top 10 all time. Mayweather's top 10 all time. I just mean the mentality.
Let me go through who he fought. Let's talk about who he fought. The great fighters he fought. There are some people that were there that he didn't fight, but the number of people that he did fight, you literally can't fight everybody. I'm not saying that Terence Crawford has to fight. He has to stay there and fight Stanionis, and he has to fight Boots, and he has to fight Thurman, and he has to fight Crowley, and he needs to fight Gary Antoine Russell. And there's only a certain number of people that you can fight. But if somebody is out there really, but to say that you don't have to fight anyone in particular, like it's okay to fight David Avanesyan, but no, like David Avanesyan deserves the fight, but not Jaron Ennis. When was David Avenesian ever going to be ready for Terence Crawford? Never.
No. Yeah, you're right. No, I was okay with the Avenesian fight, assuming he fought Crawford or Spence next, and he did. But he should fight Boots. I just thought I'd come up here and
I
try to
appreciate
make an argument against it.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate the polite conversation too. I really do. Peace.
Have a good one.
You as well. What'd you say?
Oh, real quick, yeah. I'm still kind of salty at Boots beating Custio Clayton, the Canadian. You know, kind of hurt the soul.
Hey, that's all right. It is what it is. Custio Clayton, man, from the great center of boxing, from the home of one of the great Sam Langford, from the town of the great Sam Langford. Tank equal. I don't think it's another big money. It's not a big money fight for him. I don't think it is. My guy, Kamal, I said Bud Crawford adopted the Keith Thurman philosophy. BK said TC was asked, well, okay, I got that. Kamal Oz back in and said Crawford does not have the same flexibility to choose opponents for Showtime to pay for and broadcast that Canelo does. Espinoza already said that Stanionis, the first fight back, won't be Boots or Crawford. Oh, yeah. Stanionis, man, Stanionis been out for a minute. And my guy, much love, brother. Thank you, Kamal Oz. G. Monty Walker said, I come to my super chat Thursday, and you're being a troll from Africa, and you being a troll from Africa, make sense, man. Like, man, this dude, even though I do know Jamaicans in Philly, though, I went to a dude I went to law school with from Philly, a Jamaican from Philly. He still sounded like he was from Philly, though. Only DK said, I'm sorry for I'm African, but the dude isn't African. I'm originally from Tanzania. I can hear that he isn't. Yeah, I don't know if he's from Africa. But okay, thank you, DK. I appreciate you the correction on that. Yeah, I don't know. How do I call in? You got people lying up there. Oh, you can click the link. It's just right there. You can click the link. That's how you get in, bro. The link is right there. Jafakan. He may be Jamaican. I don't know. I thought he sounded like an African to me. But whatever the case was, I know his ass is lying, and I get tired of people lying now. Just jump up here trying to get brownie points by lying, man. You know what I mean? Haitian, I'm telling you, okay, it could have been Haitian. I don't know, bro. I know he started overdoing the Jamaican accent, though. I know that. He started laying it on real thick. Once he started laying it on real thick, I'm like, okay, you're doing another accent. Now let me tell you, man. Hey, Boots don't deserve the fight. Next. Cruz, he not next. What? Cruz, he not next. Ramen Turner, what's going on, Ramen? You out here saying silly shit still, but you my guy. Thank you, brother. That's something. He ain't from Philly. I know that. Upper echelon, how can I help you, sir?
Shalom, King. Peace and blessings to everybody out there in the chat. Peace and blessings to you too as well, Fanon. First off, for everybody that said that guy was Haitian, he wasn't Haitian. That man wasn't Haitian. He sounded like he was from Nicaragua. Not Nigerian, Ethiopian, or Zimbabwean. That's what he sounded like. And then when Fanon called him on being African, he tried to change his accent up. If y'all caught that. You know, I used to do a lot of linguistics, but first off, I see Bud starting to like the PVC motive. He sees that back end money and he's starting to enjoy that right there. He sees he's done wasted most of his career getting that guaranteed top rank money. But for people to say that Boots don't deserve to fight, the man 30-0. The man got the knockouts. The man's been putting in work. Now, it's gonna be a problem because they're not trying to give Spence the immediate rematch because they don't think it's gonna sell right now. They're trying to get Spence to do another fight in between at 154 so they can show that maybe it was just a weight, something they can push, because they taking a lot of fans is not trying to take that fight right now because they feel like it shouldn't even be a rematch. But Terence Crawford, he's a great fighter. I mean, I gotta admit it. And I mean, I like to see his skills, and I would like to see how great he really is. We really haven't got a chance to see how great he really is because he's always took measured fights. But I feel like the PBC, they feel like they can market him. And Al Heyman, he's a businessman first. I mean, yeah, he loyal to Spence and everything. He loyal to all his people, but money comes before everything. And a lot of fighters lose. And if you lose, you know, it's the next man up. That don't mean that they're not going to keep messing with Spence, but, you know, you got a new player on the team. Just because you get an all-star don't mean that you can't keep everybody else going. But the Keith Thurman fight is sell. I would like to see the Keith Thurman fight. It is sell because Bud first came to the division, said he wanted Keith Thurman. But Bud also got other avenues, but his biggest fight, they're going to try to get Earl with a nice fight. So he looks good and then try to revisit the Crawford fight. But to say that Crawford don't have to take certain fights, that's doing an injustice to boxing. People always bring up Floyd, say he didn't fight people. Floyd fought over 22 champions. More than almost more than double digit more than any other boxer in history. Floyd took the fights. And as he got older, past his mid-30s, then he started, he still fought champions. He fought Canelo when he was older. So we can't say stuff like that. Like, Floyd put in the game, it's the fact that he didn't lose. And people are upset because you wanted him to fight every single fighter. I'm not asking Terence Crawford to fight every single fighter. I mean, I would like to see him fight Boots. He could, if you move up to 54, maybe take out Tim Tszyu. I'm not asking him to go all the way to 168, but if he feel like he can fight Canelo up there, then I would watch it too. But the Boots fight is a big fight. They will pay him the money. He will get A-side money. Showtime would love to make that fight because they would love for Jerron Ennis to get all them belts and keep it right there because you know Crawford, he's near the twilight of his career. And you know Jerron, he's still a young guy. And you know they want to keep the belts in the division. I mean, well, you know they want to keep the belts over there with the PBC because you know PBC done controlled the belts for a long time. So
I got to make a correction, bro. I got to make a little bit of a correction there.
What's that, brother?
He had 22 champions, 15 current. Manny Pacquiao beat like 15 world champions. He beat a lot, bro. Like Manny Pacquiao, he didn't have double digits more than Manny Pacquiao. I think he's got like 7 more than Manny Pacquiao.
I had said 5 on one person and the rest. Remember I said 5, then double digits on the rest. I said he got like 5, then double digits. That's what I said.
Okay, I'm just going to say, yeah, he ain't got
the
like
second closest person
more
is
than
5.
Manny does.
Yeah,
but go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, but you're right. But the second person is like 5 or 6, and then the rest of them is double digits away from him. There's only one person that was close to him, and that's because Manny stayed longer. But yeah, people always sit there and try to do that. But see, we've gotten away from what boxing is. Boxing is the best fighting the best. Like Lennox Lewis, he fought Tyson, he fought Hakeem Rahman, he fought Holyfield, he fought Lennox Lewis, Tyson. He fought Buster. I mean, not Buster. Yeah, he fought Buster. He fought James Toney. Like they fought everybody. It's out being warriors. And see now, we look at what the fans do. Like when Stephen Fulton or Errol Spence, they got their first loss. Everybody's ragging on them and making them feel like they was scum of the earth. But like, look, they giving us the fights that we asked for. Like people sitting there ragging on a person because you got a loss. A loss don't mean that you inferior. It just means you need to go back to the drawing board, sharpen your skills, and come back. But people don't understand boxing. They don't understand that just because you have a loss, you don't mean you're great. That's not true. Ali has plenty of losses. Lennox Lewis has losses, but they're greats. Sugar Ray Robinson has losses. They're greats. You can't deny that from them. And because you lost, that means you fought 50-50 fights and you fought adversity. Look at what's the guy that Zerdo that and Jaime Munguia. Yeah, they was undefeated until they fought somebody. Jaime's still undefeated. But he got over 40 wins. But he ain't fought nothing but trash cans. So it's not about your record. It's about who you fought. Sean Porter, he took like 5-6 losses. I think about 5 losses. But his resume is astounding because he fought the fights. And I go out there and watch a person fight the fights. I don't want to see one-sided top-ranked fights or the zone fights. I want to see 2 people in there slugging it out, me not knowing who's going to win. That's what makes the sport of boxing so great. And it's prize fighting. That's when people pay for it. Roy Jones, like he said, he wants to be the king of the hill. I mean, that's when boxing was great. And I like how
I got somebody right behind you, brother.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to end it. But I like how the PBC starting to bring it back right now. Like Trayvon Marshall just got stopped by Gabe Maestro. They're not holding your hand. Either you can do it or you can't. But peace and blessing to everybody out there, man. And I'm watching on my TV, so I can't really comment that much, everybody. But peace and blessing to each and every one of y'all. And I'm out.
All right, brother, get back, man. Chris Trucker, what's up, man?
What up, Fanon? Can you hear me good?
Yeah, man. When your boy Javante gonna stop ducking Terence?
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like with these fans, bro. Like to me, bro, I get. You know what, man? I said to myself, boxing is even though I love boxing, bro, boxing is a weird sport when it comes to certain things, and a lot of the fans are products of a weird sport. So you got weird fans because you got a weird sport. You get what I'm saying? A sport that got a bunch of belts that really ain't needed and stuff like that. It's just I don't understand, man. Like, these fans, for me, man, y'all gotta make y'all minds up, man. Like, do y'all care about the rules or y'all don't care about the rules? One minute y'all bringing up the belts and Devin Haney this, Devin Haney that because he undisputed, but Boots don't deserve a shot at undisputed, even though he's ranked number one and he's the number one contender. Like, pick a side. How did Devin Haney or Terence Crawford or any of these guys get a belt? They got the belts by way of being ranked and being next in line, one way or another. So now when another fighter is next in line, he's not proven yet to get the. So how does anybody get a shot at a belt then? So we throw away all the rules when we don't like a fighter. But when we do like a fighter, the belts mean everything in the world. Like having a belt means everything when we like a fighter. Being ranked this, when Devin Haney had the WBC belt and that the belt that he got emailed, the championship that he got emailed, that meant everything because you liked him. And he deserved a shot at Lomachenko, even though he didn't even fight for the belt that he got. Do y'all see how contradicting y'all are? Like, Devin Haney had a belt that he didn't even fight for. He fought nobody for it. But y'all went the bat that said that he should get a shot at undisputed. But now, Boots Ennis is ranked number one in a sanctioned body, and he don't deserve a shot. Y'all talking about Tank versus Bud fans. And I rock with some Bud fans, but some Bud fans be tripping. They really entertaining a Tank versus Bud fight over a Boots versus Bud fight. Like I can't with y'all, man. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, I get 100%. I'm just looking at this idiot fact saying Errol ducked the IBF mandatory for an undisputed fight. Fuck you talking about? Keep on going. No, I'm listening to you.
You get what I'm saying, Fanon? I'm just saying, but like with these fans, but like, do y'all care about, like, for example, I know people, I've heard like on certain channels, people will be like, okay, Caleb Smith versus Canelo Alvarez. How could you say something about Caleb Smith? He was ranked number one in the WBC. But then turn around and be like, okay, the Isaac Cruz fight for Tank. Or if you say, for example, Isaac Cruz, I don't want to see the Isaac Cruz fight. But Isaac Cruz is ranked number one in the WBA. Like he's ranked number one. If you go look it up, he's number one in the WBA. So if you're going to give Shakur Stevenson credit for beating a Yoshino because it was a title eliminator, even though nobody don't care about Yoshino, turn around and say, okay, Tank ain't done nothing at 135. He about to fight. He's fighting top guys in the. I don't understand, man. Like somebody said yesterday, Tank hasn't fought the best at 135. I'm like, okay, so who's the best at 135? A lot of people arguably would say that Tank is the best at 135, but somebody said Devin Haney's the best at 135. Why? Because he has the belts. Well, that means that you really thought in your heart that Kambosos was the best at 135 when he had the belts, right? You really thought that in your heart, Fanon? When Kambosos had the belts at 135, did you really think that he was the best?
Not at all. Didn't think he was the fifth best.
So having the belts means you the best now. That means you the best fighter in the division now. So when Kambosos had it, all y'all was Kambosos fans, right? No, I don't think anybody in this chat was a Kambosos fan. So I know it sounds like I'm flip-flopping, but that's what it is. It's a bunch of flip-flopping. That's what happens when you talk about this. You flip-flop from here and there because 1 minute the belts mean everything. Next minute, they don't, because Kambosos wasn't the best when he had the belts. Okay. When Devin was, had the WBC email belt, he y'all wanted him to get a shot, but now Bruce Ennis, a person who fought his way up the ranks, he don't deserve a shot now. Y'all gotta make y'all minds up. Do you care about the rules, or do you don't care about the rules? You talk about legacy. Okay, the fans always want to bring up legacy. Legacy. But the fighters keep showing us that they don't care about legacy more than money. Y'all want, every time we bring up money, A-side, y'all, legacy, but Devin Haney, he's fighting for legacy. But this person, he's fighting for legacy. But the Bud Spence fight was held up because of what? Was it held up because of legacy?
No, it was held up over money.
Exactly. So when Devin Haney sent Shakur Stevenson a 25% offer, even though he don't really sell, was that about legacy?
Nope, it was about money.
Okay. I can keep going. I can keep showing y'all that the fighters don't care about the legacy more than they care about money. Y'all use that stuff as talking points to either hate on a fighter that you don't like, to diminish a fighter that you don't like. So whenever you don't like a fighter, it's Tank not fighting for legacy. What? What do you mean? All of them are prize fighters. They put the money before all that.
Hey, Chris, I got a guy right behind you, so I need to.
But you know what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying, Fernand? That's all I wanted to say. Man, y'all gotta make y'all minds up, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Most definitely, brother. All right, bro. I'll get back
Right,
with you,
peace
Chris.
out.
Thank you for calling in, man, as usual.
All right, man. Peace. Appreciate
All right,
it.
peace. Yeah, for sure. G-Man King, how can I help you?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Hey, before I get to my argument, Canelo Alvarez has also fought 16 world champions, so that double-digit thing, I don't know about that upper echelon. But Fanan, if you'd allow me to finish my point today, and then you can rebuttal, I think that'll
Let me
be.
tell you right now what's gonna happen.
I know it's your channel, but go
I'm
ahead.
gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do.
I understand it's your channel,
So
but
I would think you just get to talking, fella.
if you'd please, but okay. So for me, I don't think Terence Crawford's next fight should be Boots, right? Because we're talking about prize fighting. Jaron Boots and his biggest, the last three fights, he's made $300,000 combined. Against Roman Villa, he's made $125,000. Terence Spud Crawford has made over $35 million in his last three bouts. Jaron Boots Ennis has been untested at the top level. And when it comes to his boxing ability, he's too offensive and he's defensively irresponsible. And also, he's not a star, despite having all the. Why are you laughing? Despite having all the ingredients of being a star, he's not a star because he can barely sell out. He can barely sell out a bingo room in Atlantic City. And for Crawford, I think his next opponent should be Keith Thurman. I think it should be Keith Thurman or Charlo, one of those two guys, or Canelo at 168, but he's not going to jump up to 168. When you look at Keith Thurman, he's a much bigger draw. He's much more accomplished than Jaron Boots Ennis. Keith Thurman, when he fought Manny Pacquiao, did 400,000 pay-per-view buys with a $7 million gate. Keith Thurman, when he bought Mario Barrios, they did about 50,000 pay-per-view buys and 963,000 on Fox prelims, which is the highest during the COVID time. So we know that Keith Thurman can bring in numbers. And if it's about price fighting, it would make the most sense for Terence Bud Crawford to fight Keith Thurman because Crawford is looking to get the big guys, get the big money because he's towards the back end of his career. Why should Crawford give Boots a shot? Did Crawford get a shot like that early in his life? He didn't until he fought Errol Spence Jr. Did when Floyd fought Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez was already a multi-division world champion. He was starting to become a star. So why is it such a big deal that you guys want to see Boots? I know he's in an IBF mandatory spot, but I really want to understand after I put
All
all
right,
the numbers in
are we
front.
done yet? Are you done with your you done with your notes yet? I'm sorry. Complete your reading. Complete your reading.
That's all I have. I want to hear what you got to
Okay,
say.
now here you go. Here's my response. Fuck all that. The question is whether or not Jaron Ennis deserves a fight with Terence Crawford. Period. Jaron Ennis is the mandatory for the IBF and is 31-0 with 28 knockouts and very highly regarded as competition for anybody in that division. As a result of that, he deserves a fight for the IBF belt. There's a million reasons for Terence Crawford not to want to fight him, none of which are my problem. None of which. David Avenetian is not a big draw. Neither is Julius Ndungo. Neither is Hank Lundy. Neither was a lot of fighters that Bud fought.
He got a guaranteed purse for
Doesn't
David.
matter. He'll get, first of all, don't bring up guarantees. Shush about the guarantees. Shush about the guarantees.
Go ahead.
Don't walk into the guaranteed conversation. It is not Boots' problem. Any of that, what you just said. There was a point in time when Muhammad Ali had never sold out an arena. There was a point in time where he had not beaten top competition. There's a first time for everything. A first time for everything. And Terence Crawford most definitely got shots at fighters that were bigger draws than he was. That's what happened when he went to go fight Ricky Burns for a belt. He's had multiple chats at championships. He got an original championship shot at 135.
Not at a high level.
Yes, it is a high level because it's for the championship. He deserved a shot at the championship and he got it.
I'm talking about when you're a star too. That's why I brought up.
He got a shot at a championship. I don't care about what you consider to be a star. I know that Jaron Ennis has done what he deserved, what he needs to do in order to get a championship shot. And the championship shot that he earned was the one that Terence Crawford holds.
And I'm telling you that fight will not happen.
And I'm telling you, that's irrelevant to whether or not Jaron Ennis deserves it or not. The issue is whether or not Jaron Ennis deserves the fight, not whether Terence Crawford will take it. You see, those are two different things, right?
They are, but Keith Thurman deserves it before
Thank
Boots.
you very much. So since you said, and guess what? Keith Thurman can deserve a fight and Jaron Ennis can deserve a fight. They're not mutually exclusive. They both can deserve a fight. Again, the question is not what is in the best interest of Terence Crawford, because this is not the Terence Crawford Boxing Association. It is not the Terence Crawford Boxing Organization.
This could never be.
It is not the International Terence Crawford Boxing Federation. It is not the World Terence Crawford Boxing Association. It is not any of those things. They have mandatories and rankings for a reason. Jaron Ennis deserves it because he came up the ranks like everybody else except for Francis Ngannou, who somehow pops to the top because he's what? A big name? So all of that stuff that you said, besides the ridiculousness about all of the flaws that he has, because you went all kind of different angles with that. He's not big enough draw. He's not a big enough draw. Terence Crawford's in it for the money, and he can make more money from somebody else. And he can't fight. The one thing that I found very ridiculous.
I didn't say he can't fight. I said he has.
He's too offensive, and he has flaws. You've never seen him lose.
Defensive responsibility.
You've never seen him lose a round.
I've seen him get caught a few times.
I've seen Terence Crawford get caught. I've seen Errol get caught
at a high level.
I've seen them all
at a high level.
I've seen them all get caught.
It's just too much hype around the guy.
You've never seen Jaron Ennis lose a round on a scorecard. Not once, not never. Since you have never even seen him lose a round, much less a minute of a round, if you think a boxer doesn't deserve a championship fight because he got punched, you tell me a boxer that went through a fight and never got punched in the whole fight.
This is not supposed to be
2 seconds.
A literal point. This is supposed to be you haven't fought at the higher level.
You're
getting caught by
He has
guys
fought at the higher level.
You shouldn't be getting caught by.
He has fought at the higher level. He absolutely has.
Who has he fought in the top?
He fought Sergey Lipinets. And he fought Thomas Delorme.
A guy who came from 135 to 140.
Exactly, at the highest level. Stop it. It's a high level. Stop it. You want to sit there and shit on fighters? Do it on your own channel. That's a high level. For you to act like Jaron Ennis is not a high-level fighter, you're a fool.
He hasn't fought high-level opposition.
I don't care, so let him get one. He did what he needed to do. How do you fight an IBF title eliminator and not fight on a high level? That's like saying you played tennis on a WTA tour and you've never played high-level tennis. That's like saying you played in an NBA basketball game, but you never played high-level basketball.
What top 5 guy has Jaron Boots beat?
Shut up. Top 5 and high level are not the same thing. Top 5 and high level are not the same thing.
What big name has he beat?
Man, shut up. He fought a former world champion at 140 pounds.
Why should Crawford take a pay cut to fight that dude?
Who cares? How do you know he's going to take a pay cut? He's going to take a pay cut anyway.
He's made $36 million in his last.
He's not going to get a payday like the last payday he had fighting nobody.
He's a superstar now.
Man, he's not a fucking superstar, you clown. He's a superstar now.
He's gaining traction. He's a bigger superstar.
He's gaining traction, or is he a superstar? Which one is it?
Both. He's a superstar.
He's a superstar.
You can start putting him. You can start putting him up there.
He's a superstar. A superstar.
He just did a $21 million gate and 700,000 pay-per-view buys.
He's a superstar. You are a clown. You should have stuck to your script. Next time they give you a script, stick to it.
Listen, bro.
Terence Crawford just fought in a fight that did 650,000 pay-per-views, and he was the B-side.
He took 50.
That is less than,
as far as I know,
less than Caleb Plant did with Canelo.
He walked second in that.
Man, stop.
That fight.
Ryan Garcia is a superstar?
Yeah, I think so.
Yo, now Ryan Garcia is a superstar. Man, just stop bumping your lip.
Ryan has the casual fan base.
Hey, dog, seriously, stick to your script next time.
And I told you, DAZN, he brought up the most DAZN.
Yeah, he brought up, he didn't. That was a lie. He did not
get that time period before the fight.
No, he did not. It was Canelo. Stop it.
Before
that man did not get more subscribers for the zone than Canelo did. Stop it.
Around that fight time, but okay.
Around that fight time. What do you mean that week?
Right.
Oh, he fought that week.
Leading up to that fight.
Bro, you got to stop. Whoever is giving you your script sucks.
Myself, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Then you suck.
Myself, but
you suck. Then you suck.
You want to talk about prize fighting, and then you want to put Crawford?
No, I didn't. You want to talk about prize fighting? I didn't. I said Jaron Ennis deserves a shot because he's an IBF mandatory, and that's a fact. You want to come up with a bunch of excuses?
You keep talking about that. Keep living that because that fight ain't happening.
About why, all around about Terence Crawford having better things to do. I get it. Terence Crawford has better things to do. I get it.
Terence Crawford is a star now. I don't know.
Terence Crawford is a star now.
He is.
I got it.
He's a
I got
star.
it. He's a
He's
star
getting
now.
traction.
So guess what? Don't ask Canelo to fight him. Don't ask anybody else. So nobody deserves a fight with Terence Crawford.
I didn't
Nobody.
say all that now.
No, who deserves one?
I'm
Who
not saying
deserves
all
a
that.
fight? Who deserves a fight with Terence then?
He's looking for accolades and big names.
He's asking for
Pardon.
accolades and big names. Jaron Ennis is an accolade.
Come on, man.
Come on, I am.
Come on, man.
Okay, it's an accolade. First of all, let's get back to the back from off your dumb shit. Once again, like I said, the issue is Jaron Ennis deserving a fight with Terence Crawford. And he does. Your opinion about the superstar status of Terence Crawford, which you wouldn't give to Errol Spence, even though Errol Spence's numbers have always been better. And King Elliott, you a casual. Get your ass on the channel. King Elliott, get your ass on the channel. He's talking to you, dumbass. You're a casual.
I don't know that.
I do.
Let him clarify that.
Yeah, I do. I know he's talking about you, just like you know. Errol Terence is a superstar.
If you've exceeded the 500,000 pay-per-view mark, you get into that
You're
range.
a superstar, huh? So you're a superstar at 500,000.
With a $21 million gate.
His name is up there with LeBron James. I got it. His name is up there with LeBron James.
Now you try to run me around circles.
No, now I'm going to tell you who superstars are. I'm going to tell you who superstars are.
It
Floyd is
on
a
your
superstar.
definition.
Floyd is a superstar is somebody that is beyond a star. He's beyond a star. Super means above, star. So you have to be a star, and then there's a star which is bigger than the rest of the stars.
Why you want to nitpick everything?
So it's not nitpicking. It's called
my general point is the star.
Watch this. Just because you know who Tony is, doesn't mean that Raphael Sadiq is a superstar. Michael Jackson is a superstar. Raphael Sadiq is not a superstar. Okay? Tom Cruise is a superstar. Not every actor that you know that stars in a movie is a superstar. There's the guys that are out there beyond the stars.
Can we stick to boxing?
This man is a superstar. Muhammad Ali is a superstar.
In boxing. I'm talking about in the current era of boxing.
He's not a superstar in boxing.
In the current era.
Man, get out of here, dog. Good night. See you later, bro. Anyway, good guy. Good job. Write your script better, bro. You shouldn't have to work off a script. You shouldn't have to work off a script, bro. Okay? The fact of the matter is here. Terrence, him, not you. Thank you, King Elliott. Him, not you. King Elliott was talking about you. Just so you know, I don't know who it was. Dog, ain't nobody in their right mind think I'm a casual, bro. I do this every day, dang near all day. Okay? There's nothing casual about it. There's nothing casual about me. Okay? Either other than how I casually whoop your ass in these talks. And I don't have to write it down. Don't have to write my lyrics down. He said, Brockhauer said, there King Go reading again. Big Ron family said, I'm sick of these people saying boots haven't been tested when the testers won't test them. He's literally all these, man, dude, let me tell you something, Ron family. The man got 30 fights, bro. He beat Sergey Lipin. He dog walked Sergey Lipinets. Okay? Mopped up. Custio Clayton. Mopped up Thomas Delorme. Mopped up Romy and Villa. Okay? Let's stop acting like this, man. You just trying to shit on the man because you don't want to see the man get a shot. Hey, Terence, Bud stint gloves. Crawford going to duck him again. Of course, no, he's not going to fight him. And I know you know y'all don't want to see that fight. Hey, No Man's Land, brother. Thank you for the support, bro. He said, #1 boxing channel, hands down. Thank you, sir. We trying. You know what it is. We try over here, bro. Keith Thurman hasn't fought in 558 days. Much love, bro. He hasn't done this. He hasn't done that. So we don't want to see him do it. Don't let him do it because he hasn't done it. Boy, y'all are wild, bro. Man, click that link, man. Hey, don't write your stuff down, dog. That's whack. Dude, I literally can see your notes in my head. Like, okay, yeah, he's got it nice. He has done this. He has done this. He has done about 4 different points, bro. You ran off like 4 of them. You only get 1. Next time, I'm going to hold you to that 1, bro. He said, G-Man going to kick. Hey, Kai Alexander, how you doing, sister? Hold on 1 second. Nick Hurt, how can I help you? Ran off like 4 of them.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to let you know.
Hold on. Get your bitch ass off my channel, boy. Get your bitch ass off my channel, boy. If you don't kick rocks, you bum. God, I got my finger on the trigger, boy. I got my finger on that trigger, boy. You groupie. You groupie. If you don't get your groupie ass from around my channel, you groupie. You're a groupie. You a stand, dog. You a stand, bro. What was that you were saying again? What'd you say, Stan? I missed that. You don't want to smoke for nah. Oh, I don't mind smoke. I don't want no BS. I ain't trying to hear your BS, bro. I ain't trying to hear you yell at me. Get your ass on somewhere, dog. And Guyata, bring your whack ass on here too. Hold on. Let me throw your whack ass out of here, bro. Guyata, you don't want no smoke. It's probably your punk ass. Get on out of here, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear you, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here, Guyata. I'll be letting you float too long. I let you float too long, bro. I've been looking at you for a while, bro. Get your ass out. Hey, you sat there and tried to talk you tried to be all nice for like 5 minutes last time and then exploded into foolishness, bro. So nah, dog. You tried to double back, bro. Whack ass. Get your fanboy. Get out of here, bro. Seriously, I need to stop saying bro too. I'm sick of that word. Anyway, he a superstar. Oh, I did. Merch is dumb. Yes, I did. I did monetize the video. Yes, I did. I did monetize it. I did. Sometimes you don't get ads as you come in. Sometimes you don't get ads as you come in. Hey, said we don't need any more of your people. No, we don't. What's up, Kamal Oz? How you feeling, brother? Hold on. Let me see. Let me keep the figure on Kamal Oz too, just in case. What's up, Kamal?
Hey, what's up, Fanon? Just 2 questions, so I'll keep it simple so you can address them. Sorry for the last call. Number 1, I think there's a wide disparity here with people overinflating Crawford's value and not realizing that Showtime will broadcast Crawford's fights. They'll have to approve the opponents, and of course, they'll approve the purses. So we know that Spence is on the approved list for the mandatory. They're not going to broadcast an Alexis Rocha kind of fight. That's not going to be approved. Can you specifically address what my point about Steven Espinoza in that interview saying we would be interested in the Boots fight? It is a big fight for us. It's the best fight to make in the welterweight division. And
other
can you
than
address
the Errol and Terence Crawford fight?
Other than the Errol Terence fight. And can you address my point that he is insinuating that Boots is a fighter that we identified very early and we signed an exclusive network deal. Therefore, we will make it financially viable, or a big money, i.e. a big money fight, if that's the fight we want to push, meaning Showtime will invest in that fight. Number two, there is a lot of disparity in what Crawford's win over Spence.
This is
okay. Number three. Number three, there is a wide disparity in Crawford's popularity. Can you just go over how networks will not approve all kind of fights? When Canelo was trying to fight MacBook Air at cruiserweight, Showtime said no. Those three questions. Thanks.
Okay, I got you. First of all, let me get this. Big Ron family in the building. Thank you, brother, for the support, man. Seriously, everybody that supports on Super Chat Thursday, we know this is a downtime in boxing because it is. It really is. It's not like a lot of amped up people about fights and all of that. Do the people that do support, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this video. It really does mean a lot to the channel. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. You misunderstand me. The people, the casuals are saying he hasn't fought, won't fight him. Team Boots. No, I got you. I understood what you meant, Ron. I just started going on the other dudes. Big Ron family. No, I got you. I'm saying what the same people you're saying are saying. If he hasn't fought anybody, so I don't want to see him fight. When I said that, I was thinking about that dude. I was thinking about Justin. Just in case I got to whoop his ass again. Dog, you suck at this argument stuff, dog. You suck. I don't know who taught you this. You got no talent. King, you got no talent. Y'all just don't have no talent. I'm trying to teach you. And then you regress. You got to stay on a point. Oh, don't cut me off. Let me get all my points out. All 90 of them, dog. I'll ball them shits all up in one thing. I don't give a shit about none of that. But let me talk to my guy. Come all eyes. Most definitely is going to get a prolonged explanation of what I think about what he said. Right after I get to Solo Champ said, for the real 100, thank you, Solo Champ. Had notes and got smoked. He got smoked because he had notes. He got smoked because you had. Hey, say, oh, shit. Cash App Thursday. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. And T. Wells said, you missed my super chat, OG. T. Wells said, for the Uncle of Boxing Talk. Salute, family. Thank you, sir. All right, so let's get to this. Jose Benedito said, Canelo versus David Benavidez. It will never happen, and I would have David Benavidez in that fight. I don't know. Canelo can fight his ass off, though. I mean, God dog, Canelo can fight. But Canelo just hasn't looked really good in his last 3 fights. That's my thing with Canelo. And that boy is young. But who does he beat? Who did he beat? Who did he beat? David Benavidez is a monster, bro. I can't wait. I would love to see that fight. I don't think we're going to get it, though. I think Canelo is going to cruise out with people in his age range and leave that dude alone, similar to the way that Terence Crawford had got all kind of reasons not to want to see that young man shine, whose name is Jerron Boots Ennis. Thank you, brother, Jose Bendito. Thank you, sir. I so much appreciate your support. Let me get that going for you, too. So, to answer the question, wrench for G-Man King trolling. Oh, you know that's definitely a no. Man, Rick Glazier ain't getting Fanon and friends. Fanon Boots has earned his due time. Dude, let me tell you something, dog. Get your clown ass up out of my face, you bozo. Okay? Get your ass out of my face, you bozo. Hey, much love. Much love, brother. Thank you, man. To Terry Schmoot in the building. And my guy Sosa said, hey, I'm going live at 2:15. Thanks if you can mention it. Upper Echelon's going live at 2:15. Make sure y'all go support my man. Upper Echelon. Yes, sir. And Sean. He said, oh, for the bodies. I'm sorry. I messed that up. Shoney D. For the bodies. Yes, sir, man. My pleasure, brother. My pleasure. Yes, sir. All right, so let me get to the overvaluing of Bud. First of all, dude, Bud is you don't know what this means for Terence Crawford. You won't know until his next fight. You don't know. But he fought Errol Spence, and I'm telling you, from what I'm seeing, dude, they're like, let's build his name. He's got Creative Artists Association trying to grow his name and get his name big, dog, but I don't really feel it. I don't feel it. I'm looking at the views that are on Terence Crawford videos. I'm looking at them. And they're not, it's not really, doesn't look like it's some overwhelming type of thing. You know what I mean? But I like that he's doing it. And him beating Errol Spence definitely doesn't hurt him. It helps him for sure. Superstar status is not there for him, though. It's just not there for him. His fan base is divided. His fan base is divided. And his fan base are keeping, the fake fans are keeping his fan base from wanting to support him. Because I'm telling you, he's honorary white dude. You may not like it, but the people that really ride with the PBC, that support those guys, support PBC fighters and black fighters, dog, you guys are making it very hard for any of them to like Terence Crawford, because so many of these fake ass dudes are using him as some way to try to blast on those guys. That's not going to translate, man. That's not going to translate. Really, what I think he's going to wind up being, I think he's going to be a barrier, not a barrier, but like a bridge to Duran. The likelihood is that most of the people, the fighter that is most likely to come out in a superstar out of this is Duran. Because Duran is the young dude coming up that Terence won't fight. And the people that like Terence are going to gravitate towards Duran. Love it or hate it TV, brother. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I got to get your, I'm going to share those videos, but your device is not connected. Your device is not connected, so I'm not able to let you on right now. You see what I mean? So to the answer to that particular, love one or hate one. Love it or hate it TV. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man?
Man, I'm chilling. I can't.
I gotta send you this footage because I don't like posting all the footage of him. But make a long story short, he been out the gym for about a month, so I've been training him at home. So we get a call that these dudes from this other gym came over there and did a number on his stablemates. Man, we went over there dolo, me and him, like 20-minute sparring session, maybe like 10 rounds. He stayed in the middle, and the dudes alternated. They got breaks in between rounds, but he had to keep going straight. I'm going to send it to you and let you watch the whole thing. When I'm telling you epic stuff, man.
That's what's up. Okay, man, for sure. We put it up, too. We'll get it up.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to let you check it out, man. This boy's something different.
That's what's up, man. Looking forward to it, man.
But, I'm listening, man. Y'all making my day go by at work. I don't be in the chat because I be welding, but I'm listening to everything. So keep up the good work, man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to come in and holler at you for a minute.
For sure. Shout out to Team Superfly, man. The young
Appreciate
man, fighter, man.
Appreciate it. I'll post up. I'll put a link to maybe some little highlights or something. But I want to send you the whole. I'm gonna let you watch the whole thing, though.
Okay, that's what's up for sure. I got you. I got it.
Okay, bet it up.
All right, brother. Get back.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Yes, sir. And I think I know how I'm gonna. And I think I know what I'm gonna do it. I think I know what I'm gonna do with it too, which might be dope. Will be real dope. I might put it in an intro, in the actual intro. Next time I'll redo an intro. Maybe take some like little clips, some nasty. We've got some real nasty clips in there. I'll throw them in the intros. Hey Jones, let's show some respect to Crawford. He forgot one of the best. What is that? And that Terence Crawford's a great fighter, bro. I mean, look, dude, we're still going to talk, man. First of all, I don't know y'all Negroes nothing. I'm going to mean it, dog, because y'all still won't just say, hey, man, I'm sorry for saying that you were wrong about what you were talking about and blasting your name. And now I can't even compliment the man for being, but for being called a hater. So I'm sorry, dude. Terence Crawford and his whole crew are loud and wrong. Loud and wrong. Hey, Big Keith said for Terry Schmoot, upper S, just do. Undercard boxing, Jeffrey Brooks, Thomas Hill, John Bowie, Fahim Sator, Marquis, all the ladies, and the Fanon International fan bam. That's what's up. Y'all know who y'all are, the regulars. Thank you, brother. Yeah, he is. Buzz the man. Yeah, ring, he is. Loud and wrong and cost him millions. But I don't really care about it. That's his career. He can do what he wants. It's you all that I'm sick of. It's you all that I'm sick of. Oh, Fanon doesn't know what he's talking about. Let me counter punch Fanon. Let's counter punch Fanon. Let's put you videos up with his name and tell everybody how he doesn't know what he's talking about. Because I do. Even though Terence Crawford then turns around and fesses up. And then, hey, thanks, Chip Dixon. And then to boot, you guys want to, well, you weren't right because he wanted transparency and he talked about having transparency. Yeah, he talked about having transparency, the transparency that he already had. What he wanted was approval, which is a waste of time for everybody. But you guys didn't understand about the guarantee. So I don't expect you to understand the difference between needing transparency and needing approval. But since you were dead ass wrong on all that stuff about the guarantee, maybe you should accept for a second that you're also dead ass wrong about this conversation about transparency and approval. You just want to be dead ass wrong about the first thing, but then claim that you're not dead ass wrong about the second one. You don't understand what you listen to. You don't understand what you're talking about. Now, as far as back to what Kamal Oz, big time supporter of the channel, has to say about Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis got a network backing him. Jaron Ennis got a lot of money backing him. He's got a big money investor, kind of like a hedge fund, bringing money to the fight. That fight is something that Showtime wants. Showtime wants the fight. Showtime wants the fight. Showtime's got the money. If Showtime wants the fight, and Showtime wants to invest in the fight, and Showtime is willing to take a chance to pay Terence Crawford the fight, don't tell me anything about there not being any money. Because there's money. Jaron Ennis is a Showtime fighter, not a PBC fighter. He's a Showtime fighter. Debate me on that, King. Would you like to come back and debate me on that? Huh? Anybody want to debate on whether or not Showtime Boxing has enough money to pay Terence Crawford for the fight? Or are we still stuck in there going broke and out of business? The other dumb shit you guys used to say. Like I said, I can lose and I could be wrong and I'll still beat you. Because you're wrong about so many things that you get lucky and get one thing right. It's not going to overcome the avalanche caused by your own stupidity. A broken clock is right twice a day. Do you know how many times that broken clock is wrong? How many seconds are there in a day? How many seconds in a day? There is 86,400 seconds in a day, which means you dummies can be right you guys will be right twice and wrong 86,398 times. I'll take my chances with you. I'll take my chances with you. Because you guys are going to, just by sheer luck, you're going to get something right. By sheer luck, you're going to get something right. But complex thoughts, Complex thoughts like whether or not, what does a guarantee consist of? And do you really need transparency? And if you have transparency, do you need approval in an agreement for a project? You can't guess at that. You can't guess at that. I should bring on a scrum master. Is there any project managers in the building? Any project managers out there that want to ask or that is willing to answer a question for me? Any, and I'll take any of you. You guys can be certified in Agile. You can be certified in PMP. You can be a scrum master, whatever type of project manager. You can work on you can work in construction. You can work in IT. You can work in house. You can work in any of that. Well, you're a project coordinator. How much time would you have to build in if you had to get approval from the main stakeholder for every decision made during the life of a project? I want you guys to hit the link. I need to know from any project manager, project coordinator, anyone, how much, he said you'd never get anything done. You'd never get anything done. Nothing. If you needed approval on everything that's done, because everything that's done costs money from a project sponsor or a shareholder in a project. I've never heard of that, and I've been on many IT projects. Exactly. As you'll never hear about it on any project that you want to finish, which is why approval over every expenses by him was not necessary and is actually more expensive. I was a building manager, and even getting approvals for repairs was horrible. It is. It runs up the bill. It runs up the bill because you're paying people by the hour. And people are going to charge you more if they got to sit around forever. And they're going to require change orders. And they're going to fill something called a change order and send you a change order. And what's the process for the change orders? Exactly. What's the process needed for the change orders? Now, King, would you like to debate me with that? I might even take Rick Glazier and let him lie to me and explain to me how he's an expert on project management too. You do not even want approval over all the expenses. You want the budget. You just want a budget. You approve the budget, and that's all you need. You set a limit on how much is going to get spent. That's all you need. You don't need approval. You don't. And quite honestly, when you set that, you don't even need transparency. You don't even need transparency into every detail. You don't need it. Bud, you don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need it. You don't. You don't need it. But you guys want to act like you know everything. Like you knew we needed a guarantee. And when have we ever seen somebody fight without a guarantee? Isn't that what y'all was saying? Ain't that what y'all said? Yes, if you set the budget, you set the parameters. Hey, them change orders take forever. Yeah, they do. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to need more time on this deal because it took you too long to approve it. So we need for you to approve this change order. Go run and get that. Bud's got to approve the change order. Now, here's the link for anybody to want to talk about that. And you don't think I'm deserved an apology. But y'all want apologies for some shit you didn't do. That man said I was a liar and a hater for something that I said, that he turned around and said the same thing. No apologies for me, though. I'm still the biggest Terence Crawford hater there is. Ain't that right, Bernie? Ain't that right? If you boxers would listen, you would have known if you had listened. I told you. Justify your pay before we fire you. Hire somebody else to finish the budget. I'm just want to know, when's the apology coming? From any of you that were talking about the budget. I need for you to click this link. I need for you to click this link. It said that was not an unnecessary holdup of a fight. T. Orlando. What did T. Orlando say? T. Orlando don't know nothing about no projects. Let me tell you what T. Orlando, he don't know nothing about no projects that people live in or no projects that you actually have to complete. That is not in his area of expertise. I can attest to that. He said, I just remodeled a house. I had final approval on everything. Project was timely, completed. Boom. You had final approval on everything? You sure about that, T. Orlando? You approved the cost of the nails? Did you study the cost of did you approve the cost of the nails? And how much the subcontractors were paid? T. Orlando? Or did you have final approval of everything that was underneath the scope of that contract? I'm interested to know. I'm interested to know. Well, this shit's going to be hilarious. Mr. Lewis, how can I help you?
Hey, good morning, Fanon. How are you, sir?
Man, I can't complain about a thing. How are you? Good to see you again, sir. How can
Hey,
I
I'm
help?
a 30-year project manager.
Yes, sir. You just went mute.
I'm trying to deal with my echo here. Hold on.
It's good. It's good there.
No.
Go ahead.
Just wanted to jump in briefly.
Huh? Okay, you're good. What's up?
1,000% correct on what you're saying here. In getting full approval from a major stakeholder on every deliverable. You can't complete anything on your critical path. You never get anything done. Great coverage on both the Spence and Crawford fights and other items. And keep pushing with what your podcast is doing. Sir.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. And let me tell you something right here. This man right here really does manage projects because you can listen to the terminology that he used and know that he is legitimately certified in doing so.
Yeah.
Major shareholders, deliverables, all of that. That's the exact phraseology used by real project managers. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, dog.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, man. You as well, sir. I like that. Thanks, man. That's beautiful. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. I'll let you out. Yeah. That's a dude that knows what he's talking about because he knows what he's saying. If you've been around that, there ain't no way in the world that you're gonna do all of that. It takes too much time because it literally takes time. Not subs, but I selected subs. T. Orlando, I'm telling you, man, if you had a final approval on everything, that just means that they built it in. If you insisted in it and they built it in, that's not the same thing T. Orlando was saying it didn't take extra time. And that didn't mean that you did not frustrate the people that you were working with and didn't actually cost you more money than you had to spend. Think about that, T. Orlando. If they had people that were working that depending on what their subcontract, what their statements of works were, what their SOWs were, they may have built it in and said, okay, he wants approval on everything. No worries. We're going to charge him for it because this is going to take more time. Now, if you don't have final approval over everything, it's going to cost you less money. So just because they got it done on time doesn't mean that it didn't cost you more money. Whenever somebody does something, it costs money. Whenever they got to wait, it costs money. Whenever you turn something down and they got to go back and redo it, that costs money. Time is money, partner. Time is money. Hey, Fanon. Hey, Aaron Muhammad, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, bro. He said, Fanon, what made me join your channel was the foolishness and the guarantee for a fighter versus back-end money. We've seen people lose big on guarantee, which is really an advance, expensive lesson. And guess what? How much you want to bet he learned that lesson with BLK Prime? I have a suspicion he learned that lesson with BLK Prime. A suspicion he learned that lesson. Because he said you're right on that guarantee. Now he knows how that guarantee comes back to get you. And he said that he was right about that, about not doing that hedge fund. But he did the same thing with BLK Prime. So my question is, dude, did they ask for some of your money back with BLK Prime? What did BLK Prime do? That's the interesting question for me. He said that he was right about the investment firms coming in. But, bro, an investment firm came in with BLK Prime. Had to have. Where else would they got the money? And, as a matter of fact, it was owned by an investment firm. Terence Crawford, for all I know, and I suspect, got stiffed by BLK Prime. Not stiffed, because in order to get stiffed, it's something you agreed to. They didn't make their money back. They guarantee they didn't make their money back. Ain't no way. Hey, my guy, T. Wells in the building said, for keeping it 100 using facts and logic. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. And that's why I appreciate y'all continuing to support the channel. Thank you. He said, what about BLK Prime? I mean, Benavidez. Hey, man, I need somebody to actually get on. Hey, hold on. This is why they put man hours in a contract. That's why they put man hours in a contract. But that's if it's time and materials. You can have a deal that is a fixed bid. You can have fixed bid deals. You can have time and material contracts. You can have cost plus. You can have cost plus arrangements. There's all kind of different arrangements that you can have for how you pay for something done. You know what I mean? If you're doing it if it's time and materials, then every second that you waste is trouble. When you have a fixed bid, if you have a time and materials deal, every second that the person that paid fixed cost agreements, all of that. That's what I call, fixed cost. That's why I call it. What did I just call it? I said fixed bid, but it's a fixed cost. Yeah. But even with the fixed agreements, what you're going to have in the fixed agreements is you're going to have a change order process. And you're going to have, then in those situations, your assumptions are really big and really important in your fixed bids. If you're going to, or a fixed cost agreement, the fixed bid is where it's the purchasing mechanism. But whenever you have a fixed cost agreement, what's going to be really important in those is you're going to have to really, really make sure that all of your assumptions are written down and that you have a very, very good change order process. And you have to get those guys to come up with a risk mitigation plan. All kind of stuff goes into that, man. All kind of stuff goes into getting that stuff done. And time, no matter what you get, time can cost you. Because if you have a fixed cost agreement and they put a bunch of assumptions in there and they say that we're going to assume that we're going to get timely responses from you, and they don't get a timely response, dude, change order. But if they don't negotiate it and they don't put that in there, then that can really screw them. I'm litigating a fixed unit agreement now. Contractor failed to submit change orders. Now they want like $500K in additional cost. Access denied. Yeah, now watch. If they failed to submit them, the question for me was, if you don't have a process to submit the change orders and you agree to the change orders, a change order process, and they don't do that, then you can be screwed. You can be screwed. All of that stuff is really, really important when you go through those things, bro. Yeah, now you're in my bailiwick, my brother. T. Orlando. Now you can call me and we can holler about it. You also got to have a risk mitigation plan in there. You got to have a risk mitigation plan and have a risk mitigation plan agreed to. All kind of stuff. All kind of stuff goes in there. $100 for now. When we do the RFP and we're fixed bid, it's crazy hard for us techies to put in hours we thought we would take, which is why you need to, when you do it, you need to build in a nice buffer because that's your money. In a fixed bid, the way that you profit is you get it done early. And in a fixed bid, that's why it's so important to overpromise. I mean, to never do this. Do not overpromise and underdeliver. You got to underpromise and overdeliver. He said, I might have to call you. I don't know issue about construction litigation. I don't know anything about constructive litigation either, but I can most definitely tell you the risk in an IT in those particular project management issues. I can tell you the risk, I can tell you the issues with that and the gaps you can find and the gaps that they can be able to find in that. I'm telling you, I can tell you the gaps they can find in that. If they are not properly, if somebody said it, the change order, does it specifically say that the change order has to be in writing? Or can they negotiate and tell you, they can tell you what they need to do and they can give verbal approval to it? So you got to see, dude, okay, there's a change order process, but did anybody from one side communicate to the other that they understood it? And therefore, do they have the right to act as an agent and modify the terms of that contract? So it's you really got to get into the details of it and say, hey, man, did they do everything that they could do? Did they discourage them from turning in change orders? Did they require, because a lot of times, and he said, I might have to, okay, yeah. Anyway, we can talk about it as far as projects, not contracts. I did a lot. I knew, I said, yeah, sent to a specific person, but they're trying to rely on emails and sub. I'm like, hell no. It just depends on whether or not, is it a state? I mean, look, I can point you to, I can definitely give you somebody that I know litigates those things. Because we do have the counsel and stuff that represented our companies that did it. But again, it's Illinois state law. However, no joke, if they send it to a specific person, if you got to look at that change order process. Sent to a specific person, but they're trying to rely on emails and sub K. But yeah, but you have to specify. If you don't specify like in the notification section of that agreement, like it needs to say notifications and how you are able to do it. And sometimes it's not practical to actually write a hardcover letter and send it into them because the client themselves may be saying, no, go ahead and do that. And if they can show that the client themselves, oh, my client is the city, so change order. Oh, you should definitely, yeah, I'll talk, because yeah, we've dealt with the city on that. And if the city is saying they're not trying to pay, they're screwed. If the city's trying to do it, they're screwed. Probably. Because that's by statute. If there's a change order process required by the city itself, then that's statutory. No worries about it, man. No worries about it. Like, if you're talking about the city and the state, then that's state law. Then you don't have any wiggle room. They tighten all that shit up. Like if it was the city of Chicago, man, good luck if you do not follow the change order process for the city of Chicago. You got to submit that change order. But a lot of times what will happen is the city will push you. The city will push you and say, no, we need this done right now. So you don't have you have no choice. So then you have to submit the change order after the work is already done. And that happens all the time, bro. You know what I mean? That happens all the time where you get put in those situations where you have to choose whether or not you're going to keep the contract and keep doing the work because somebody that works for the city says you got to do it, or whether or not you're going to be like, no, let's wait for this to get to city council where that shit can get held up for a minute. You know what I mean? So it's tough. It's tough when you're dealing with the city, man. It's tough when you deal with the city. But, you know, if the city is they're trying to build the city, good luck with that. City will turn around and in their contracts, they have like, hey, if we lose our funding, we don't owe you. You know? It's for real. Like The city of Chicago, they've got stuff in there that says if we lose our funding, you lose your contract. You know what I mean? So I don't know what you can really do for the city. I don't really know what you can do depending on the city. It depends on the legislation, the state and the city legislation. I mean, really the city regulations related to it. Sorry about that, man. I'm sorry, Tier. No, but I don't mind talking about that, Tier Orlando. Depending on what you gotta, they gotta make sure. Cities are tough, bro. He said, get that under control first, King. T. Orlando Pearson. Yeah. No, it's not my bad, man. I enjoy talking about that, T. Orlando. Like that's what I dealt with for years. And I'm telling you, we've done business with cities for a long time. Man, that's why I didn't want to work for the city. Because you can stiff them contractors like it ain't squat. And it's in our legislation that it says that you have to follow these processes, or by law, we're not allowed to pay you. You know what I mean? Which in that point in time becomes an issue that they needed to do better lobbying for their payment. What those guys need to do is they need to know city councilmen. And city councilmen need to be the one pushing the city council president and being able to get into the mayor's office and have them be able to put like, hey man, let's figure out how we can get this done. We needed this work. Let's see how we can get this through. A court of law suing the city for it, that's almost like last ditch. That's a last ditch effort. That's like a last ditch thing. But hey, man, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me though. Hey, IOU, don't listen to me. I've never worked for a company before. I'm lying about ever having had a job before, you bozo. But anyway, man, let me hit this link. Put this link in here. Yeah, it is, man. It's tough, man. It's tough. Like we go through that we go through that all the time. The reason you want to do business in the private sector is they pay fast. They pay. The reason you want to do business with the city is because it's accessible to you. But if you can avoid doing government business, God dog, you want to avoid it. You want to do private sector. For sure. They pay more. And a lot less drama. They can also throw your ass out for nothing. But it is what it is. Let's get back on this boxing talk. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. You got to be careful with that stuff. Which is again, hey, Mr. Voltan said, keep these trolls in a chokehold for sure. Oh, they definitely in a chokehold, bro. I am what you call government is ongoing cash flow, very consistent funds. Yes, it is. It is. Government is good. Government is good for that. Definitely. But oh my God, a private sector company? Oh my God, man. Dude, I used to do like $1 million a month with a private sector company. A Fortune 500 private sector company that likes you? Oh my God. Talk about living it. Talking about being able to live. Talking about being able to live lovely in your life. If you got somebody like that likes you. Man, I swear to God, man, I praying for that dog. I swear, dude. I can share stories with that, man. Like it, man. God, dog, you talking about tomorrow you're going to be driving Ferraris. They can give you that. They'll give that shit to you tomorrow. Terry said, I work for a private sector engineering firm. We are engineer top 500. Yeah, man. Like if you get them as a customer, oh my God, man. So much better than the city. So much better than the cities. So much better than the states. The only thing that I could think may be better is maybe feds in the military, in the defense industry. Hey, Marcus E said, Fanon, what do you think about Charlo calling out Bud's rabbit punches? Not a lot of it because I didn't really see that. I didn't really see it. I saw him ducking down, and sometimes you get hit with that. I can't break Ace. Yeah, the military. Oh my God, man. That right there. Whew. Please break down Jesus Ramos and Erison Lubin. I have to think about that, Kamal. You be hitting me with questions I can't answer just right off the cuff because I haven't really seen like Jesus Ramos. I think it'll be a good fight. They're good, two guys that are, Jesus Ramos obviously is now Jesus Ramos is the younger one, right? Jesus Ramos, who's the other Ramos? Which one is Jesus Ramos? I think Erickson Lubin is a good fight, bro. I work for DOD. Yeah. DOD, you get that dough in that DOD. That's a good reason to even go into the military is to come out so you can get contracts with the DOD. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Abel Ramos is the younger one. Abel Ramos, so yeah, Jesus Ramos. Everybody's a test for Erickson Lubin at this point in time. I like the fight. I really do. I hope we get to see it. It's something I'm gonna watch and something I know that I'm gonna enjoy. That's what my take on that. Hold on one second though. Hold on one second. Hold on, I'm sorry. Sorry, I got to do something. All right, hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got that. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna take one more caller, but we got about another half hour in the show. Hit that link. He pummeled Joey Spencer. Oh yeah, that dude. Yeah. Oh, Abel Ramos, but yeah. Oh, I think he's a lot of trouble. That Ramos, yeah. No, I ain't gonna lie. I think he's trouble for. I think that Erickson Lubin may get stopped in that fight. I'm sorry. Yeah, I had to put that. Reminded me of who he is. Yeah, I think there's a chance that Erickson Lubin may get stopped. That could be similar to Carlos Adames. That could be somewhat similar to Carlos Adames and J-Rock. It could be. Fanon, who do you think your boy Lord Devin Haney fights next? I don't know. I think he's gonna fight Regis Prograis. Yeah, that dude. So I'm glad. Thank y'all for reminding me, Toggle Rose, because I forgot about that. Yeah. Abel Ramos, that Ramos, the older Ramos, I was like, I don't know. The younger Ramos, yeah, that dude is big. He's tough. He's big and he's tough. So yeah, that could be ugly, bro. Yeah, that could be that shit could be ugly. that could wind up being ugly. But I'm a fan of Erickson Lubin. I'm a big supporter of Erickson Lubin. But at the same time, man, yikes, it is what it is. That's gonna be a tough out right there. You know what I mean? That's gonna be a tough out. That is definitely gonna be a tough out. Definitely going to be a tough out. Definitely a tough out. Definitely a tough out. I like that. Yeah. Oh my God. Are these guys killing it or what, bro? Are these dudes killing it or what? Showtime is boxing right now. Top Rank's got talent, but they're like talent on an island. Like you're not like somebody tell me a ESPN fight that you're looking forward to at this moment in time. Tell me a Top Rank fight that you are looking forward to at this time. Shakur Stevenson versus Emmanuel Navarrete. What do you think? A murder. Out in the streets, they call it murder. Blah, 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 blah. Welcome to Jam Rock is what I think. Welcome to Jam Rock. Man, Shakur Stevenson ain't going to fight nobody and ain't going to come close to no fight for a couple years, bro. Shakur Stevenson versus Lomachenko. Welcome to Jam Rock. That's what I think. Welcome to Jam Rock. With all those dudes with Shakur, I ain't gonna lie. The only dude I think that Shakur can lose to are two guys I think that Shakur can lose to. Gervonta Davis and Andy Cruz. And I'm not 100% sure on Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz, I got to see more out of Andy Cruz. Like Andy Cruz needs like 4 or 5 fights. But I'll tell you after 5 fights with Andy Cruz, if Andy Cruz can sit down on punches and start hurting people, yeah, dog, Andy Cruz is going to be problems for him. That's a fight. Like Andy Cruz is already legit. He's a prospect, all right. He's a 2-time gold medal winning 28-year-old prospect. Yeah, like I said, Andy Cruz. I'll wait for Andy Cruz. For now, what do you think about Damian Marley? One-hit wonder. That's what I think about Damian Marley. One-hit wonder. Nah, I'm joking. I don't pay enough attention. I like that song, though. I like that song. You talking about the Mayonnaise Marley? You talking about the Mayonnaise Marley? I think he looks like Nico Ali Walsh with dreads. That's what I think. Yeah. Oh, Murtala's a good. I don't think Murtala's. I think he's a contender. Muratala's a contender. I think. Isn't he? Is Muratala still? Would you consider Muratala that? They searching the globe for a Janabek opponent, man. Look, dude, you giving me Janabeks. You giving me all kind of garbage I don't want, dog. Garbage. What's Carmel Moten's at 126? And is it Carmel Moten even turned pro yet? Carmel Moten, is he even pro yet? That's what I think of. The Mayonnaise Marley. Dog, that dude took back, didn't he? I think it's Mama Black too. Said, whoa, I don't know. I didn't listen enough about him. Damian Marley, Nas, I can't even tell you. I haven't listened enough. Everything about Nas is official, though. What about Frank Martin? I think Frank Martin will build a good fight. I'll lean towards Shakur in the Frank Martin fight. But Frank Martin can throw Frank Martin in there too. Yeah. We'll see. I'm just telling you the dudes like Gervonta, because Gervonta can snooze you. Frank Martin can snooze you too. I hope that's the fight we get to see next is Frank Martin. Who's distant cousins? Damian Marley's. I thought Damian Marley was Bob Marley's son. I thought it was his son, Damian Marley, and Ziggy Marley. Damian Marley's a distant cousin? I didn't know that. I thought he was literally the son. Hold on. I just assumed that was his son. That's his son. They're not distant cousins. Damian Marley's father is Bob Marley. Brother Ziggy Marley, Stephen Marley, Kamani Marley. A lot of Marleys. Sidell Marley, Sharon Marley, Karen Marley. Man, he didn't live a long time, but got dog, he made a lot of babies. Yeah, it's his son. Yeah, it's Bob Marley's son. He just took back a little bit, got a little yellow. You know? Yeah, he's Bob Marley's son. You know? Oh, let me get it going to Richard Paris, man. What's up, Richard Paris? Yeah. Oh, Distant Cousins is the name of Nas. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah. Everything, first of all, everything that Nas puts out is official, bro. Literally and figuratively, everything that man puts out. What the fuck is this, bro? Jeez Louise. Hold on one second. Matthew Thomas and Bill, what's up, Matthew? He said, when I posted, they claimed I was a fanboy. PBC Showtime running ish. Oh, PBC and Showtime is running it. Though these dudes they're killing Top Rank. They're beating Top Rank so bad that they're whooping Top Rank in the zone so bad that these Top Rank and these anti-PBC people have to act like the people that are with the PBC are not with the PBC. Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez said that Canelo Promotions and the PBC are the best promotional team in boxing. He said, thank you, Al Heyman. Dog, I know that made y'all sick when that man said. When that man said, I want to say thank you, Al Heyman. Now, the next time Terence Crawford does a fight, he needs to say, I want to thank Al Heyman. I'd like to thank Al Heyman. Y'all gonna be sick, bro. You guys gonna be so sick. So sick when that man says thank you, Al Heyman. Okay, cool. Got it. Oh. Bud, I would like to thank Errol Spence Jr. for not letting me duck like a 304. Not saying I ain't going all of that, dog. I'm trying to bait somebody in here, dog, on this stuff, man. I can't believe y'all don't want this. Y'all don't want it, dog. I know y'all don't want it, bro. I know y'all don't want to admit that. I know y'all don't want to admit it. It's terrible. It's difficult. It's terrible. It's all of the above. I got it. When I posted that, yeah. The PBC is easily the best. And Showtime is easily the best network. Easily the best network. But they did 69 shows. ESPN did 69 shows. Yeah, 69 shows and 65 of them sucked. And 65 of them were a waste of time. Janabek had a show. Who cares? Why is Janabek on American TV? Why? Why am I paying to see Janet Beck fight? But Top Rank, it's clear as water, bro. Let me tell you what we get out of PBC this year. Let me tell you what we get out of Showtime this year. Man, we got David Benavidez, Rise Pop. Man, will you tell Senior to show up? Rise Podcast, man. Rise, why your boy Gervonta ducking Terence Crawford? I need an explanation. Why is Gervonta ducking Terence Crawford? He's already fought at 140. Why is he ducking him? I need to know. Why is he ducking him? He needs to fight Jaron Ennis. Oh, not Senior. Yeah. I'm talking about Squeeze. Yeah. Squeeze. I'm bad. Like, yeah, I gotta tell Squeeze I gotta eat some crow to coach Squeeze. So I'll be coming to your chat later this week. But just so you know, let Senior know. Let Senior know that although I didn't bet him, that my Squeeze, that Coach Squeeze, that the crow is there. I understand it. I know. Tell him I know.
Sugar in a baby's brain is called ADHD.
Ugh. Fanon, can I be a host for about 20 minutes on a show for $250 a month? What do you think? Fuck no, is what I think. What I think is fuck no. I'll talk to you for $250 anytime you want to put $250 in the super chat. I'll talk to you for a half an hour. Go ahead and put it on there. I'll talk to you for a half an hour for $250. Yes. Can you be a co-host? If that's what you want to call it. Anybody who wants to sponsor a King section right now, sponsor it. You're welcome right now. Yeah, let's do it right now. Do it, and I promise you can have a half hour. $250, I'll talk to you for a half an hour. I won't even cut you off. Put it in the Cash App. No, I like it let me tell you why I like it in the super chat. It encourages other people to support. It really does. It's important. The Cash Apps are very important because that's better. It's better, but super chats are very important. No, send me the money. You can send the money. Send it right now. Absolutely. You got to do it right now. You got to do it right now. The offer lasts for the next 10 minutes. Yes, I'll let you co-host the show for 20 to 30 minutes. I'll let you co-host the show for 20 to 30 minutes, but you got to put the money right now. And no gimmicks, no nothing. I will do a verbal agreement right now. I will allow you to co-host my show on this channel for up to 30 minutes, no less than 20, and up to 30 minutes. No less than 20 minutes and up to 30 minutes, which means I can't get you at 15 and say, well, I said up to 30. I'm going to give you a straight shooting thing. But The offer lasts for the next 20 minutes. You have to accept it in the next 20 minutes. I was saying you pay me $250 for jumping on your show. Oh, will I pay you $250 for jumping on the show? Oh, without a doubt, no. You're not even the real dude. No, you can get out. For you wasted my time. You owe me money. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. Will you pay me $250? Hell no. I wouldn't pay anybody $250 to be a co-host on my show for half an hour. You want $500 an hour? That's what you really want? You want $500 an hour? That's pretty amazing. $500 an hour to talk to you. Wow. Okay. Y'all, you wild with that one. Here's a link, though. That man said, I want $500 an hour to talk to you. Man, I wouldn't pay my doctor $250 an hour to talk to me. Like, bro, what you think? 200, who gets paid $500 for an hour? Okay, let me tell you who gets paid $500 an hour. I don't need her because I got a wife. Thank you very much, dog. You want to be, so let me get this right, dog. You want to get paid at prostitute rates? Dog, I wouldn't pay an attorney $250 an hour. Dog, you got me tripped up. Hell no, I ain't paying no attorney no $250 an hour. Man. I'll go find me one that got I came out of an HBCU. Something like that, and try to get you to around $150. Nah, $1 probably not enough. Exactly, bro. That man want to get paid. He wants to be. That dude wants to be. He wants to be my girl, bro. What? He want to be my lady for an hour. Nah, bro. Sorry, I'm not going that way, homie. You know what I mean? For now, where the F you triggering at 150 at best in Vegas, dog? First of all, man, please. I'm not triggering at all. I'm just trying to tell you. If I'm drinking liquor, it's going to be the finest. If I'm drinking liquor, it's going to be the best. If I was smoking herb, it's going to be the finest. If I'm tricking off, I'm going to trick off the best. Ain't no need for that. Ain't no need for half-stepping. So, you got me tripping. Hell no. Heck no. Y'all got me confused. You know what I'm saying? You tripping. I ain't about to drink no Wild Irish Rose. I'm about to go get me a bottle. I'm about to get me a bottle at Glenlivet's. I'm about to go get no. Fanaz still on that Marlell. No. Dude, my wife ain't malt liquor, nigga. No way am I doing that. No way. Man, that's disgusting. I wouldn't go anywhere near somebody that thinks their time is worth $40 for an hour. No way. I wouldn't go near them. Ugh. I wouldn't go near them. For what? No, thank you. What do I need that for, bro? I was gonna say 40, but I ain't want to insult nobody. For now, I be sipping that Parmesan. No, I do not. No, I do not sip that stuff. No, I do not. Never. Hey, once I found something other than the dirt, I never smoke dirt again. Okay, no chance, bro. Why? That ain't even for what? That's nasty. No. Ugh. I'll pay somebody like that just to leave. Get the fuck out here. Like $40 for what? Here's 60 to go away. God, dog, go away. Go get some breakfast. Go eat some breakfast. It's all me. Get your ass out of here. You know what I mean? Oh my God, you guys are nasty. Dude, even them girls at them strip clubs, man. Are you nasty? Man, man, y'all tripping, bro. Dude, let me tell you, somebody that solved my strip club. First of all, I never really liked him, bro. But one time, man, I was sitting with this dude, this doctor, God dog, man. I forget his last name, bro. That's such a shame that I forgot his name. One of my friends, bro, his entire family are doctors. Like everyone, mother, father, the mother, father, brother, sister, and him, or they're all medical doctors, right? Like they're all every single solitary one of them are medical doctors. So they're in Atlanta in this forest within this gigantic house that their parents live in, right? And his father was sitting there, man, talking, and he said something, dog, to me. He said, don't hate on the $40, man. Please, bro. Dog, please, dog. No, dog. Dog, let me put it this way, dog. Before I taste your nasty ass food, I'll cook myself. Dog, I will fry my own chicken before I go eat that garbage that you serving up. Get the fuck out of my face. Fuck out of here. No, no way. Ain't no damn way, dog. You ain't putting no slop on my plate, dog. I ain't putting no slop on my plate, bro. Ain't no. No. No is the answer to that. No. Thank you very much. Never. Never. No, bro. No. I think too highly of myself. I may be older now, but God dog, I think too highly of myself for that. Forget that, bro. I have a healthy sense of arrogance. But yeah, let me tell you what this my friend's father told me. And I respect my elders. Believe you me, I respect my elders, bro. So whenever, because that's a cheating life. Cheating life, if you really cheat in life, is to listen to elders. It's a cheat code. Dude, this man said, one of y'all dumb, excuse my French. He said, man, you dumb niggas about to go out to a strip club and waste your money on them bros. He said, you about to go out there and waste your money. And I thought to myself, man, I was like, God dog, he was so hardcore with it and straight to the cuff, man. Straight to the cuff, bro. Man, I was like, you right. These dudes about to go out here and waste all this money just to prove to everybody. Like, those ain't real women. You know what I mean? They're not real women. Those are married. That's like that's like jumping on a merry-go-ride and claiming you riding a horse. Man, you better get your show pony ass the hell up out my face. No, thank you, bro. If I go in, it's because of the food. Because they do give you more value for the food at strip clubs. Especially in Memphis. Dude, you want a good barbecue? Go near a strip club and wait for some of them dudes to come out there with them big ass smokers. You get the best barbecue of your life out there. Like that. Bro, they not real. Like, it's not real. Like, the conversation's not real. Anybody that gotta bathe themselves in oils to keep you from smelling them? Nah, bro. Ugh. No. I'm straight. Anyway, he said, waste money on those chicks with hella miles on that. Hey, I don't care about the miles. I'm just trying to tell you, look, I'm sorry. I'll get a real one, bro. I'll work for mine. First of all, I got a wife, so let me be very clear about that. But if I was forever in for any crazy reason, was ever single again, dude, I'm gonna work for mine. I'm gonna do the work necessary to go find one that's worth being around. My wife is very worth being around. Please. My wife is worth being around. She's worth it. Every dime I spend, she's worth it and then some more. Like, I want to work harder so I can be in a better situation financially for her and for my daughter and for my son. But I don't want somebody like, duh, for what? What you need that for? At my age, for what? He said, I don't know. The strippers that be smelling like white diamonds be 2 thumbs up. Hey, y'all do your thing, dog. Y'all enjoy you guys enjoy your youth, bro. We let them nasty skunks to the queues. Oh, look, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that, dog. I'm just trying to tell you. Till the day I die, I'm gonna be too arrogant for that. I'm sorry. Listen, y'all. I know why a lot of people don't like me in these YouTube streets. Can I make an admission? I know why some of y'all don't like me out here. Because you think I'm arrogant. Because I call you dumb and prove it. Because I call you dumb and then turn around and prove it. I've got a high sense of myself because nothing that you can say about me is really going to faze me enough to keep me from saying what I think and what I want to do. I don't think any of you are better than me. Not near one of you, not a single solitary one of you. And I don't care how much money you have, you ain't no better than me. And some people take that as being arrogant. And I can understand that. My son thinks I'm arrogant. My wife thinks I'm arrogant. My daughter thinks I'm arrogant. I got it. However, let me assure you this. I'm going to stay that damn way for the rest of my damn life as a shield from thinking I got to do ridiculousness like pay money for some nonsense like that. Ain't going to happen, bro. It ain't going to happen. God made me, I can be slightly confident. I just don't think I'm any better than you. I just know I'm no worse. And I'm staying with that. I am not unethical. And I am not immoral. Now, if I was unethical and I was immoral, then we got problems. Then we got problems. I think you are less than somebody if you do not hold yourself to the same standards as civilized human beings do. When you consistently mistreat people and cause more damage to people than good that you do for them. Then I think, nah, dog, I may be a little bit better than you. As in I'm better for this earth than you are because you are abusing people. But the rest of that, nah, bro, big piece of advice. Be confident in yourself and believe in yourself. And believe that you are no worse than anybody else. And I'm going to stick with that shit to the day I'm die, till I die. You niggas will never convince me that I'm not good enough. Never, never, never. And if 2 seconds I think I'm not good enough, I'm going to correct myself and be like, nah, dog, if you don't think you're good enough, lie to yourself and act like the opposite. Anyway, it's not going to stop because all males want, of course they do. Everybody wants to have fun. I didn't say it wasn't fun. I just said no thank you. To me, for me, no thank you. It is. And none of it's worth it because, dog, man, please, I ain't trying to hear that. I'm good. Wise old man said that is the most expensive item on earth. Hey, man, it ain't no joke. But yeah, it's going to cost you any way it goes. Hey, anyway, it is what it is. Y'all go do what y'all want to do. No thank you for me. I'm good. Like 100% good. I'm straight. No joke. I'm straight. No need. I'm at that age in my life that there's no need for all of that. I'll see y'all when y'all get done. When y'all want to kick it at the club, no. Hey, man, you feel like going to have a drink at a bar? I'll do that. You know what I mean? You want to come over and play some chess? I'll do that. You want to go to a basketball game? I'll do that. I'm not going to, if I'm going to a strip club, it's for the food. That's it. I'll drop $1 on the stage. Don't touch me. And I'm leaving. Sasha got hey, TY, what's up, man? Yeah, King's battery costs $300 an hour. That's why he charged so much. That wasn't even King, bro. That dude was that same dude that comes around with that other stuff. So I ain't really trying to hear it. But look. Dang, bro, you be kicking it, huh? Them are all strictly for leisure, never for keeps. Yeah, I don't even need the leisure, bro. I don't need the leisure. I don't need the leisure. That shit is addictive. So no, thank you. That type of leisure is addictive, and I don't want it. Just telling you. I don't. You know what I would really like? What I have right now to continue. I want what I have right now to continue for as long as I can keep it going. Would love more. If I get more money, if I get more happiness, I'll take it. For sure, I'll take it. But right now, considering places that I've been in my life, dog, I would, if I could just at certain times in my life just see where I'm sitting right now and be like, and be able to fully appreciate it, I'd be like, God dog, man, you need to celebrate these moments. So right now, I'm celebrating these moments. I'm not making a mistake not to be happy right now about what I got right now. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing, you can't convince me that if I was in a 15-room mansion with $1 billion in my bank, that would be nice to have, but I wouldn't turn it down. Same time, though, I like where I'm right now. And I'm starting to think that I understand what it would be like to be in that situation too. And I really don't know how much different it would be. Other than you get a lot more stresses. And you do have more stability, like your stability would last longer in the monetary sense. CJ from ZA, that's you. That's it's you. But look, I'm getting out of here, man. We way off topic now. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. With that, man, we'll be back. You know what it is. We'll be back tomorrow, which is Friday. And with that, I'm out. Dos Equis.